Welcome back to Haunted Week in Real Milwaukee. We are lucky enough that the timing worked out, that we have some wonderful radio folks from WTMT out of Cleveland.
Fuck it, do it live! Like this.
Live from 60 feet above West 14th Street in the WTMT Cleveland studios, these three people gathered around a table
Are about to talk your fucking ears off.
Call the studio at 216-816-6594.
Or tweet us at WTMT Cleveland. Send us an email at WTMT@gmail.com or Skype us at Mahogany and Fur.
Hello.
Mahogany and Fur starts live in 5, 4, 3.
Good afternoon, good evening. I'm Carl. Yes, Mahogany Fur is back, and I'm not sure why Mark's mic isn't working. So this one doesn't work either. What the hell's going on? No, I hear this one. So I don't know what's going on this morning, this afternoon, whatever it's called. Mark, talk on that mic again for me, though.
Check. It's on, but it's really... Jesus Christ.
There
dude.
we go.
Can't do anything right around
I
here.
know. I don't know why that was off like that. But anyways, it's back on now. Mahogany and Fur, it's Thursday in some day in some month.
It's Thursday.
What's the date?
Dude, you know what's that, man? I'm 30 years old, and I can still go my entire day without knowing the actual date.
That happens to me every day.
It's the 21st of November.
21st of November. How you doing, everybody out there listening in to Mahogany and Fur?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Tamika's not here with us today. She's not going to be here. She had surgery last week, was it?
Yeah, last week, right?
And she is in recovery.
Well, no. I actually, it's been like...
It had to be last week because she.
Well, what's that shit on Facebook about day 17 and day 18?
She's not going back to work, her day job, until the 2nd of December. She's been off literally like the entire month of November and a lot of October. They just let her have off work.
Yeah.
I think she's on a leave of absence or something.
Yeah.
Fucking
I think, dude,
weird,
is it bad that I don't even know exactly what she had surgery for? I know it had something to do with like
it was her I think that she had her tonsils removed or something like that.
No, I would have remembered that. It was something weird. It wasn't tonsils removed, right?
It was. Yeah. It had to. I think it was.
Then why didn't she just say that when I asked her several times?
I don't know. Or adenoids or something. Maybe it was adenoids. I don't know.
That sounds like some shit she might have said.
I don't even know what an adenoid is.
Yeah.
But I know that she may have had those removed.
I do know that when she told me it, like, you know, each time I just kind of like gave off a 1,000-mile stare. It just kind of, you know, okay. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Well, good luck with the surgery. So yeah, that was about it. Carl's fixing. I really can't focus while you're like hovering over me.
We're good now.
All right. I felt like I was in a cubicle and my boss is just kind of like.
It wasn't broadcasting over Ustream. But we record on the other software now, so it doesn't really matter if it was broadcast. But if people are tuning in on Ustream,
are you hearing the cut in and cut out, or is that just me?
That's you.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, cool. All right.
Freaking.
It's working for me. Everything sounds great over here.
We make amateur radio sound professional.
Mahogany and Fur, making amateur radio sound professional since 2012.
The only thing I'm surprised hasn't happened yet is that the studio just hasn't caught on fire in general. Just flat out fire while we're like recording.
Like the computer just blows up.
Yeah, dude. Like, and like, not even one of those things where they're like, there's smoke first, where we have time to react. No, just, you know,
dead. Everybody's dead. Yeah, I don't know why that hasn't happened yet, but everything seems to be. You know, the station has been on air nonstop for over a week now.
Non-stop rock.
Non-stop rock. for over a week now, and nothing, and there's been no, technical difficulties with that.
Why is that there?
I don't know, because I'm supposed to be on camera. We support local. Please support us.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you think if I had like a bumper sticker made up that says "fuck a local business," people would like get mad at me?
No.
Yeah, I think they would.
People would go, that guy's cool, man. Look at that. Look at that crazy guy. He doesn't like anything local. Fuck local.
Dude, if I saw somebody with something that said "fuck local businesses," I'd be interested. I'd be intrigued.
Oh, this guy.
Who is this guy?
Why doesn't he like? Why doesn't he like the bar down the street?
What is this gripe with local businesses?
Why does he only like Applebee's? Like, or like, a non-local. Never mind.
Yeah, well, I hear you, man. I hear you riffing.
Did you start smoking yet?
Dude, I'm out of e-juice yet again. I need to fucking figure out, like, when to start reordering
It's
when
harder
I'm getting
to
low.
smoke, to not smoke than it is to smoke, technically.
Yeah, yeah, because, like, I'll order, like, 3 bottles at a time, and I need to stop that. I need to start ordering, like, more e-juice at a time, because, if I go out, I'll go through, like, half a bottle. If I don't go out, it'll be,
Pop a bottle.
Pop a bottles.
Make something wobble.
Towel.
You go through half a bottle of juice if you're out?
If I'm out, yeah, dude.
That's like how
because
much
it's those old habits of just chain.
How
smoking.
much is in a bottle of juice?
Well, it depends. You can get for those that don't know what we're talking about. I'm talking about my electronic cigarette. And electronic cigarettes, not the ones you see on TV, like the blue cigs, where you have Steven Dorff being like, "Take back your adulthood, freedom, bro." Like, fucking idiot. But like, if you see people walking around with like these weird looking devices, and they look like vaporizers, you know what I mean? If you have any friends that are like really into smoking weed, you might know what I'm talking about. But they're for nicotine juice, pretty much, and that's what a lot of people who are trying to quit smoking cigarettes, that's what they're switching to. You all right, buddy?
Welcome back to
You're making me nervous.
Yeah, we're okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, long story short, man, you order these bottles of, they call it e-juice or e-liquid or whatever.
Juice.
Yeah.
Don't be a menace to South Central.
I don't like
your juice in the hood.
I don't like the name for it. It's not fucking juice, dude. I mean, like,
Drink it.
It's actually disgusting if you think about it.
Have you ever tasted it?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh
Like,
yeah.
like drink it?
If you like overfill it, it'll pop in your mouth. Yeah, dude. Yeah. It kind of burns your lips.
It does. Yeah, no, it happened to me one time, and my ex-wife made me call the poison control.
Dude, do you know that's not the only time you've got nicotine poisoning that I'm aware of?
Yeah, well, I didn't get nicotine poisoning that time. I just had juice in my lips. But I've only got nicotine poisoning once.
Wait. Your wife made you call an ambulance because you had...
Because I said it was really burning real bad. Like, it was really... I mean, it was...
On your lips, or did it get, like, in your mouth and in your throat?
And throat and everything. Because the battery was dead, so I didn't know that, and it didn't vaporize it. It just, like, sucked it through like a straw. So I was like, shit. Like, then I went back to smoking.
Wait, how'd I go? This isn't right. Something's not right about this. Yeah, dude. So anyway,
it was gross.
Yeah, dude. So fucking don't tell anybody. But I bought a pack. Just
don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. No one listens to this show. It's okay.
You guys don't.
Don't tell anybody. But yeah, I bought a pack. I'm sneaking a pack. Can I have my lighter?
No. You can't. You're not allowed to smoke.
But there you go. So
you remember when Camel made those really delicious tins of different flavored cigarettes, like orange and chocolate?
Yeah, what the fuck happened to those, man? That was so good.
Obama happened to those. He banned flavored cigarettes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because they said they were marketing them to children.
Thanks, Obama.
Thank you, fucking dick.
You know what, man? Let's get into Obama, actually, dude. But not right now. I don't feel like talking about him right now.
No,
I need a few more drinks. But
yo, I got this though. Listen to this.
Litigation will be starting shortly. I've had enough. That's why I warned you guys yesterday. Be careful what you wrote. Okay, so that's all I have to say for now. And the next thing I want to call Mayor Britannia in Hamilton and tell them that we're going to have to spank their little tiger cats. Oh, and the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her pussy, Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life to her. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home.
Now listen to the end when one of the reporters goes, "I love this guy."
All right, whoa. Before you do that, let's explain what the hell
We'll
you're
explain
playing.
it afterwards.
All right,
I'll explain it afterwards because the clip is so self-explanatory that this guy is amazing. Just didn't say who it was yet.
Thank you very much.
Anything that was true.
Listen to this guy though.
That's all right. Oh my God!
We might be going live.
I love that guy.
I love that guy. That was Toronto Mayor Rob Ford.
Crack smoking, obese Rob Ford.
You know who he looks like?
Chris Farley.
Yeah, Chris Farley.
Dude, the thing is,
red face.
Like in reality, I was thinking about that, man. In reality, this would be like if Chris Farley were still alive, he'd be making movies about a mayor who smokes crack and shit.
Yeah,
a lovable fat mayor.
And David Spade would be his little like mayor sidekick.
Yeah, dude.
His, like,
he'd be like his advisor. Yeah, dude.
It'd be Black Sheep Part 2.
Right. Yeah, dude.
Because Black Sheep.
Callahan breaks.
Yeah.
No, wait, that was Tommy Boy.
That was the same movie, but just different script.
Yeah,
it really was. They were like, man, this Black Sheep did really.
I could shit in a box of Garrett, slap a guarantee on it. It wouldn't make any difference.
Whichever one was first, they were like, that was really good. We should make a sequel. The other guy was like, no, we shouldn't make a sequel to that. But let's just make the same movie. Basically, let's follow the same script, but call it something else. And instead of a political figure, he owns a brake company.
Yeah.
Like, same movie.
Well, no, Tommy Boy came first.
Did it? Yeah, so it's the same movie, but different.
Dude,
so Rob Ford,
you know what's funny, man?
What?
Just not to get off on a tangent, but dude, I forgot all about those movies.
I love those movies.
You know
good to this day.
You know what's sad,
They're still
man?
good.
I think those movies are headed into obscurity, man. What's the last time you heard someone make a Tommy Boy or Black
I saw it on
reference?
TV, like on TBS or something the other day.
That's fine, dude, but like
a reference? No, I haven't heard a reference.
Okay, anyone under the age of like fucking 25, they probably don't even know what Tommy Boy or Black Sheep is.
You're right.
Because I was a little boy when those movies came out. I even then I thought them hilarious, but
you're right. There's probably, it's going away, and it sucks because those were great movies.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who never saw. Speaking of movies, she never saw Christmas Vacation, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You've never seen Christmas Vacation,
dude?" I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. And somebody gave me shit.
I've never seen that.
Somebody gave me shit for that. They're like, dude, how have you never seen?
You know what? I was too old for that when it came out. Like,
so was I.
It was, you know what I mean. It seemed like more of a kids movie. It's not, I guess, but I mean, it seemed like that. And I just never got into it. My one friend, I remember when that movie came out, she went and got sleeves of like the movie on her arm.
Hear it's a really cool film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. But this winter, dude, we're gonna watch Nightmare on Christmas. We're gonna get stoned
live
and
on
watch
Mahogany and Fur.
Yeah, dude. It'd be like Mystery Theater 3000, only way worse.
Yeah. Speaking of getting stoned, I'm going to say this on the radio. I'm starting to grow.
I don't think you should say that.
Nobody knows who I am, but I'm going to grow.
I'm just glad no one listens to this radio show.
I'm going to grow carrots in my house, and we can cure the carrots and then eat the carrots and see how good my totally organic carrots taste.
Yeah, bro.
So,
yeah, bro.
I don't know why. Speaking of smoking, I think because people grow that, and I'm growing carrots.
So let's bring it back to Rob Ford.
Rob Ford is the mayor of Toronto, and he.
For those people who are have been living under a rock, and apparently we're your only source of like news.
It'd be great if there's people that the only thing they listen to for news was Mahogany and Fur.
Someday.
No, but yeah, Rob Ford. Go ahead.
He is the mayor of Toronto. Toronto is actually the 4th largest city in North America.
I never knew that until recently, and that's amazing to me.
I think the order of it is New York, then
definitely.
LA, then Chicago, then Toronto. Toronto's a huge fucking city, dude. Anyway, the mayor. First off, if you look at this guy, even before this... Okay, so a scandal broke out. You all right?
Yeah, no, we're good. I just got rid of the buzz. Listen.
Yeah, what was that about? How did you do that?
It's Tamika's mic. It was on, but Tamika's mic is shit, so she's got to buy a new mic. Tamika, you have to buy a new mic for yourself. I would suggest getting these mics.
And be thankful for it. So anyway,
Thankful and blessed.
So
I got a new mic. I'm blessed.
So
Sorry, Rob Ford.
We'll save that for when she's actually here.
Oh, okay. Thankful.
So yeah, apparently, like in the last couple of weeks,
he's gone insane.
A video has emerged of him allegedly smoking crack, and you thought at first. He'd do the typical politician move, just completely deny it. That wasn't me. It was a cigarette. It was an e-cigarette.
Crack cigarette.
But no. This guy, the fucking balls on this guy. He's like, yeah, I smoked crack, but it was one time. I was partying. And I was
There's nothing wrong with partying.
He pretty much said I was off the clock, so it shouldn't matter what I do in my personal life. That's pretty much the approach he took for addressing this, right? So you can imagine, this has been all over the media that there's an outspoken crack user who's a mayor of a major city.
Do you know that he, with all the controversy that's came out recently of him smoking crack? I have a sound clip here of him basically saying he's going to kill somebody, and we've all said, "I'm going to kill that guy." But this was serious. He's like, "I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him." I'm Rob Ford.
This guy doesn't give a shit, dude.
No, not at all. But on the 15th, a couple days ago, City Council in Toronto removed all of his powers as mayor. They just said they voted. They removed all his powers. He won't leave.
Yeah, he won't leave. He won't leave.
Fuck you.
I
guys,
was going to get to that. How like
he doesn't.
Everyone says like, "Oh, dude, guess how many fucks I give? None. I don't give no fucks."
He actually gives no fucks.
This guy,
he's the only one on earth that gives no fucks.
Literally, dude. He put his money where his mouth was. He gives no fucks.
He was like, "Shit, I think there's a video of me smoking crack." You know what? And his wife was probably like, "You know what? After you get finished eating my pussy, because I give you plenty to eat at home, why don't you just give no fucks?" And he was like, "That's something I'm interested in, giving no fucks."
Honey, why don't you just do what you've been doing our entire marriage and don't give a fuck? Honey,
you have plenty to eat here.
You're right. You'll always have a plate, dude. So. Yeah, so what's with the pussy eating thing? I don't know about that. What was that about? I guess one of his somebody below him accused him of sexual harassment, saying that he said he wanted to eat her out or something.
Yeah.
What was that about?
That was that. It was I never heard the full story of that other than the clip that came out. So really,
he fucked himself on that one.
And you know what?
No one knew about that.
He didn't fuck himself. He just said something. It's not like he fucked himself. I don't think that was the big point. But
Tamika just texted me, "OMG, I just heard y'all." She even spelled out y'all. Y'all. You guys, really the blessed thing, ... shaking my damn head. LOL, Mika. What the I love Tamika. I love Tamika. Tamika, you text like you're 15. Just letting you know. Anyway.
So Rob Ford, I don't think he fucked himself because he literally just said
Litigation will be starting shortly. I've had enough. That's why I warned you guys yesterday. Be careful what you wrote. Okay, so that's all I have to say for now. And the next thing I want to call Mayor Britannia in Hamilton and tell them that we're going to have to spank their little tiger cats. Oh, and the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her pussy, Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life to her. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home.
His theme song should be that song, I don't care. I love it.
He walks in the room. And
that's his theme song. Like if he was a wrestler, that he comes out to.
Awesome.
That or no more, Mr. Nice Guy. Dude, the guy's insane, man. And I guess mayors are kind of funny, as in I think mayors and governors. Now, I'm not really that up to speed with how the local and state-wide governments work. But I'm pretty sure mayors they don't have to be impeached. They can't be impeached.
No,
they have to leave on their own.
They do. So he's just not doing it. They actually removed 66% of his budget and moved it to the deputy mayor. He's still, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
what are they going to do? They can't kick him out. He doesn't have any power, but he's still got the mayor title. I mean, what is he going to do?
And here's why I'm rooting for this guy, and I think why a lot of people are rooting for this guy secretly or even just, outspokenly, is because he brought up a good point. When the whole scandal first came out, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I smoke crack, so what?
Yeah, so what?
He pretty much said, well, that has nothing to do with my professional job. I was elected mayor to take care of a few certain things in the city, and I've taken care of all of them.
Yeah. He's done his job, so I mean,
Yeah.
you really shouldn't get on the guy for smoking crack, eating vagina, things like that.
Yeah.
If he can do his job. If he can't do his job, then there's a problem.
Okay, now
You know.
you remember the Detroit mayor, Marion Barry? Remember him?
Yes.
He was the original crack smoking mayor. Okay.
The
Now,
original crack smoking mayor.
Unlike
He's
Rob,
probably pissed right now too.
right? No, right? Because I'm black, right? Now, unlike Rob Ford.
I don't mean to pull the race card, but you guys didn't yell at him too much.
Well, here's the thing, though. Rob Ford is catching a hailstorm right now.
Oh, yeah,
but
he
he totally is. But unlike Rob Ford, Marion Barry fucked Detroit up even more than it could be fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He actually made the city way worse. No one thought it would be possible, but he did it for years. And these fucking idiots in Detroit voted him in over and over and over because, guess what? Because he was black. So,
Yeah.
don't get me started on that one. But anyway.
Just because I'm black, isn't it?
Well, fucking yeah, dude. I mean, so anyway,
Rob Ford
goes both ways.
So he also,
Double standard. So anyway,
So I got this here. This
Yeah.
is Rob Ford basically saying he's going to kill somebody. Now, this is a long clip. I might pause it in the middle once we get to that point or something like that. But this is Rob Ford basically talking about killing someone. I don't know how this is going to sound on the air because it's kind of a shaky video and blah, blah, blah. But regardless, here it is, Rob Ford. Well, that's not sound.
and then wait for it. What's happening, man?
I don't know.
What do you? Why is it not playing?
All of a sudden, it stopped playing. So I don't know. I really can't tell you.
Is your computer smoking crack right now?
I think it's smoking crack. So I got another one.
So what was happening? Yeah, so we've got some angry exchanges going on. While the meeting was still going on, the mayor
He's attacked somebody. The mayor has. That is Councilor Pam McConnelly, another councilor. He ran at her and grabbed her.
You know, Carol, if you had enough.
That's where Rob Ford.
What the fuck just happened?
His brother was in the stands of wherever they were, city council, and there were people shouting, you know, you should be ashamed of yourself, things like that out to Rob Ford, and his brother was fighting them, basically. And he tried to rush up there and help his brother, but I'm going to say this. If you saw the video, you would see this old woman gets in his way, and she falls over because he's a big guy. When he's running, she like steps in front of him. He helped her back up too, but the media's blowing that way out of proportion. They're saying, you know, he knocked her over and things like that, but he did.
Yeah, we just heard it. He attacked her.
But he didn't attack her.
attacking someone.
She hit him actually after he ran into her. She's like, like hitting him, and I was like, he didn't do this. You did that. You stepped in front of a raging bull, basically. You know what I mean? You stepped in front of this guy who is clearly out of his fucking mind.
Well, women do that all the time. They're fucking oblivious. Anyway,
Yeah.
so how many times have you been in a bar and a woman just walks right into your path, looking right at you?
Lots
and then
of times.
Then when you bump into them, they look at you like you're a dirtbag. Anyway,
I can't believe you just threatened to me.
didn't
To call my boyfriend.
you see me walking towards you?
Or my boyfriend.
Well, I was
Come over
texting.
here and
So,
hit you.
dude, I love this, man. This is one of the best things to happen in 2013. A crack smoking, no fucks given mayor.
You're right.
And he's Canadian. He's not from Detroit.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not from Cincinnati.
You know the best thing about this whole thing is why do we as Americans give a shit? Really? Because I mean, other than it being awesome,
I think that's why.
I think that's the general consensus that is awesome. But there's
it's
a
a
lot
huge
of stuff.
spectacle.
He's amazing, and it's you know what else it is? It's great to watch some other guy in another country fall apart rather than one of our politicians. It's like, you know what? finally we're actually on a straight and narrow for a little bit, and this guy is going crazy.
I think there's a lot of things going on, which is why it's so fascinating to like the average person who has no attachments to Toronto. First off, it's hilarious. Okay, I mean, this is like we said, this is something out of a comedy movie like Tommy Boy or Black Sheep.
His wife is blessed.
She's thankful. Second off, the guy, the fact that the balls on this guy is a spectacle in itself.
He's got giant balls.
Okay, this story will already be like, all over the media,
right?
Just as it is. But
right.
The fact that he's just so in your face about it, like,
he doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, no, I don't care.
He's just gonna ride this train until it fucking derails, dude.
Come on, ride the train. It's a choo-choo. Okay.
So I think, I mean, and the last thing, third off, the most important thing about it all is, why is an overweight white guy from Toronto smoking crack who's the mayor? Why?
Because he's the mayor and he doesn't give a shit. That's why. Why would anybody smoke crack? Smoke crack. He doesn't.
And I know we're jumping all over the place with this Rob Ford story, but one last thing I want to say before you do what you're about to do, the whole pussy eating thing. Okay.
Funny as hell. Funny as all get out.
Now, I have a theory about why he actually said that. Because we just said, like, no one even knew about these the pussy-eating harassment allegations, right? I think that was because what happened was he knew he had a live press conference. And he's already disgruntled with the media with the way he's portraying
He did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose.
What if there was never any allegation of that at all? He's just like, what can I say
that'll make
the world go insane again?
And they can't edit it out because it's live. I know.
Olivia Gondak ate her pussy. Olivia Gondak. But I never said that. I'm happily married and I have enough to eat at home.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, good night, guys. Thank you.
And dude,
in his head, he's smiling.
And the thing is, I think no one actually. I think very few people who have been following this guy are actually outraged.
Even the guy in the audio was like, "I love this guy."
Okay, so one of the reporters was caught saying, "I love this guy," but even before that, the entire press. They just start chuckling amongst themselves, dude, because they love it. It's hilarious.
We're so blessed and thankful to have such a mayor.
I have yet reading comments about this guy, like on blogs and on websites. I have yet to find someone who's truly outraged, which is remarkable.
It is remarkable. You're right. It is remarkable.
It's remarkable, and I think what do you think? Why is that, dude? Why aren't the typical because conservative people outraged at this guy?
Because he's admitting the shit out of everything. I did it, man. What are you gonna do?
Is it the balls? So you're saying it's the balls
people
of him?
admire
it's the gall.
People admire his giant balls.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's absolutely what it is. And
there's been a meme going around on the internet as they typically are.
Well, you're a meme on the internet?
Yeah.
What?
I realized what I was saying when I said so. There's a meme going around. Remember that episode of South Park where Stan's dad, Randy, gave himself cancer.
The giant balls?
Yeah,
he was bouncing around on the giant balls.
There's a picture. They photoshopped Rob Ford's head on Stanley floating around his giant balls. And I think that's very adequate. But yeah, I love this. I'm really fascinated to see how this plays out. He's eventually going to get booted out of office. I think he's just going to succumb to pressure. He's probably loving it right now.
You know,
for
he
whatever
will
reasons
succumb to
he
the
has.
pressure eventually, unless he has humongous balls.
Well, here's the thing, though, man. I think realistically, like, he's going to get sick and tired at some point of just cameras outside of his house 24/7.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I think at that point he'll be like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah. No, he will.
But
he will eventually, but
I think he's going to go out with a bang. He's gonna go out with a bang.
We're just eating vagina all over the place.
He's gonna just like moon the camera live, like show his Johnson. Yeah, dude. He's gonna light up a crack rock in front of people. I don't know, dude. He's gonna do something, man.
That's gonna be.
He's gonna punch an old lady.
You know what? It's like a TV show, and you're waiting for the big finale, like Breaking Bad's finale. Everybody's waiting and waiting. He should announce it too. Look, everybody, the finale's coming up.
Yeah, dude. He's gonna like tweet CNN dick pics or something, man. He's gonna do something, dude. Just his naked anus
at CNN.
Yeah, dude.
Like, hey guys, check this out. Told you I had giant balls.
He's gonna tweet like him eating his wife's pussy. Told you got plenty on my plate. Anyway, yeah, dude. Props to you, Rob, for it. Crack is bad, but man, you make it seem cool.
He does. So, what we do once a week when we do the show is something called Ask an MFer. And what I need you guys to do is to write us, Facebook us, go on Twitter. You can do it at WTMT Cleveland or at Mahogany and Fur. Go on our website. Send an email to us at at WTMTCleveland. I'm fucking everything up right now. Send an email to us at WTMTCleveland@gmail.com. You can call us 216-816-6594. You can Skype us at Mahogany and Fur. You can ask us any question regarding your sex life, your love life, relationships, girls. How come you're not in a relationship with a girl? Any kind of relationship questions, anything like that. You can send us that, and we're going to answer your question and give you advice on the air. Now, we got some coming up here in a moment. We actually got a question right now, don't we?
Yeah, so, we had one from a couple weeks back, and we never we were running out of time, so we didn't have a chance to answer it. So we're going to do it right now.
So we're going to go into that.
Not everyone can be as knowledgeable about life, love, and sex as Mahogany and Fur, which is why we created Ask a MFer. Ask a MFer. You send in your questions and we give the best advice on the planet.
Oh, is it over? All right. So yeah, this question was sent in a couple weeks back. Like I said, we ran out of time, so we didn't get to it. So it was sent by someone named Frank. Frank, I hope you're listening tonight. So we actually getting around to answering your question, or at least discussing it, trying to answer it. Okay, Frank wrote in. He said, "Dear MFers, I recently started dating a new girl. Things have been going great so far. She's not my first relationship, but I'm still having this problem. ... Oh boy.
Dots are not good.
What do you think the problem is? We don't know much.
I don't know, but the dots are not good.
Yeah.
I know the dots. They're implying that he's a little embarrassed to ask the question to us too.
Is he actually like a transsexual?
He's a woman.
He's a woman?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
He's a chick with a dick?
Yeah.
That's so un-PC. All right. Here it is. Okay. I see what he's doing. Okay, he says, holding hands, ? Erection. Hug, ? Erection. Cuddling, erection. Kiss on the cheek, erection.
So basically this guy gets a boner after everything that they do together.
Yeah, it seems like it. Kiss on the mouth, erection. Okay, he goes on. Okay, we get it, Frank. Smell perfume, erection. Yeah, okay, we get it. Then he says, time to actually go to business. No erection. Oh, buddy.
Okay, Frank. All right.
Oh, buddy. Okay. He says, this has never been a problem for me before. I've been around plenty of girls. I'm not a virgin. Okay, yeah, we get it, dude. We get it.
He's going really on and on about this.
Yeah, we get you're not a virgin, bro. This is embarrassing. How do I make it stop?
Well, we got to dig deeper into this, I think. What do you think the problem is? Anyways,
I got my theories.
What do you got?
Well, just off the top of my head, I mean, okay, so you like this girl, obviously. According to you, you've been around the block. We get it. So that's not a problem either. She makes you arouse, like anything she does, pretty much. But when it's actually time to perform, you can't get a boner. So, I mean, the first thing I can think of, dude, is that you're just really intimidated, man. I think you like this girl a lot, actually, and you don't want to
You don't want to.
You don't want to. You don't
disappoint her.
Exactly, dude.
Did it say that it was their first time then, and it hasn't happened yet because he can't?
I read the question pretty much in its entirety. The way he worded, I'm assuming it was their first time and he couldn't get it up.
Maybe he's just nervous with her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been there, dude. I think most guys have been there.
I've never been there.
Really?
Never. Yeah.
Like you've never okay.
Let's put this gentle.
No, no. I've been there, but let me put an asterisk by that. I was also drinking, so that might have something to do with it.
WD. You got the WDs going.
Whiskey dick.
Yeah. So that might be from that, but
he didn't say anything about drinking. So
I've never had that experience. Actually, I'm always able to.
Look at you, fucking porn star. Just ready to go. Fucking John Holmes on cue here.
But I think his problem stems from being nervous. The guy's nervous. That's all it is.
I agree.
All you need to do, relax. Maybe have a few drinks. Relax. Loosen up a little bit. Because she's gonna think you're insane if this keeps going on.
Yeah,
or if
I
there's
totally
something
agree,
wrong.
man.
And you're gonna. If you really like this girl, there's no. She's gonna question it herself, and then be like, "What am I doing wrong?" And you don't want her to do that because women are already crazy, and once they get that in their head, it makes them, astronomically more crazy.
Yeah.
So my thought would be, relax. Don't pressure yourself to be able to perform. Just go with the flow. I think people prepare too much for performing too. Like they're like, okay, tonight.
Yeah,
they excite themselves up, and then
I think you're onto something, but I think that's also easier said than done. I think a lot of guys get stage fright. It's a common thing, you know what I mean? Guys get stage fright.
That's understandable.
It's you ever walk into a bathroom, you really got to pee, and all of a sudden a guy twice your size comes up and he starts, a waterfall. You're like, oh shit, why can't I go now? I think the same thing happens sexually with some guys. They get really nervous.
Right. No, I can see. Okay.
And so okay, I kind of if you are a drinker, I would say have a few cocktails. Don't get drunk, dude, because that's not going to help anything.
No, that will make it worse.
That will make it worse. Yeah, you'll be right back where you started. But I would say maybe not take the edge off. Have a few drinks, maybe. If that's not your thing, maybe you're a stoner. That gets a lot of people horny too. Yeah, smoke, dude.
Smoke a joint.
But you sound pretty straight and narrow. You have to really convince us that you weren't a virgin. So you sound pretty straight and narrow.
Maybe he is a virgin. He was just trying to be like, us to think he's cool.
Well, let's just go along with what he wrote. I think if you don't want to take any kind of mind altering substances to make you kind of like take the edge off and help you, help cope with your nervousness, I think maybe dude, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think you need to maybe just take it slow.
Mm-hmm.
Is that wrong?
No.
I think you need to maybe.
There's nothing wrong with taking it slow, Mark.
Let me ask you a question, though. All right. Even though girls say they want a caring and sensitive guy, that's partly bullshit. All right. And anybody who's been around the block knows that. No self-respecting girl wants a guy who's a fucking sissy or who wants an uber sensitive guy, or else they'd be lesbians. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, this is the tricky part right here. Maybe you can like explain to her like, you're really attracted to her and blah blah blah, but you just want to take it slow. But I kind of feel like if you do that, she's gonna start thinking and thinking to herself, well, why does he want to take it slow? Like,
right.
Like,
I hear you.
I'm all down for this. What is it about me? Does he just want to be friends? Is he just not that into me? Is there another girl and he's just feeling guilty, which is why he doesn't want to seal the deal? I could easily see somebody thinking that, especially a girl. So I don't know, Frank. You're gonna have to find out. You know the dynamics of your relationship more than we do, dude. You really didn't give us much to go on.
Besides the thing.
Besides, you're not a virgin. But I think you need to, if you don't want to try it that route, dude, and you want to go the more traditional bro code way, you know, maybe start off with some major foreplay, dude. And maybe you already have tried this. I don't know, dude. Like I said, you didn't give us much, but maybe try off with some major foreplay. Kind of like, in there's no good way to put this, but dude, give her you a hand job or maybe a beeger. You know,
a nature or a beeger.
Yeah,
a nature.
See, Frank, I don't know if you know this, but blowjobs work wonders with limp dicks. Okay, because first off,
I didn't know, Frank. I didn't know if you knew this, but stimulation of your genitalia really works.
well, dude, no, well, actually, man, like if a girl like if I'm like not in the mood, and this is actually speaking from experience, and you know, for the show's sake of full disclosure, I've been in situations where girls like giving me a hand job, but I've never enjoyed hand jobs, dude. Never. Have you?
Enjoyed a hand job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't, dude. I don't really care for hand jobs, man. I'm just kind of like the whole time a girl like. Every time I've gotten a hand job, I'm just like, okay, you're doing it wrong. No, do this. I don't actually say this, but like, just like, dude, no, you're doing it wrong. Like, because they don't have dicks. Girls don't have dicks, dude. They don't know what they're doing. There's two things that happen, dude. Either they're like just barely touching your dick when they're trying to give you a hand job, or they're fucking trying to rip it off your body.
Yeah, no,
there's like no in between, man. So, just from my experience, man, I don't like hand jobs, dude. I can do without them. But blowjobs are awesome. You know, I think there's been times where even when I had whiskey dick, dude, I mean, the blowjob kind of like took me right out of that. I'm like, okay, you're ready. I'm ready here. You know, so I don't know, Frank. Pretty much, okay. What I'm trying to say, Frank, is either explain to her that you're. I don't say you're intimidated, dude, but just say you're not quite ready yet. And I don't know, dude, make up something, man. Just don't put it on her where she feels like she's the reason why you don't want to have sex yet, okay? So that's something you're going to have to do on your own, okay? That's option one. Option two is foreplay.
So Tamika is messaging me on Facebook, and she just sent me a message that says, I want a roughneck who fiddles with his D hairs, LOL.
Wait. What?
She said,
wait. Is this out of context, or did you just send you that?
She said, ha, 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 ha. And I said, question mark. And she said, the ask an MFer question. Then she said, I want a roughneck who fiddles with his D hairs.
What does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure. I would like to get her on the phone.
Wait, so she wants a dude. No, wait. She wants a thug that likes to play with his pubes.
That's what it sounds like. That's what she wrote. I'm not Tamika. I don't know, but that's what she wrote. So I want a roughneck.
Where's our breaking news sound effect? This just in. Tamika is also smoking crack in Toronto.
I don't have it.
Man, Tamika, I kind of wanted to call in and not explain that. But I got a feeling all she's going to do is call in and start giggling and not explain herself.
Tamika, call into the studio.
Tamika, call in the studio. But I actually want you to explain yourself. I don't want you to get on the phone, start giggling. I want you to explain exactly what the hell you mean, because it sounds like you want a thug that likes to play with his pubic hair. Now, call me crazy. That sounds weird. I'm just trying to get I'm not trying to get a mental image of some dude in a skull cap standing over the bed while you're laying there, and he's just like rubbing his pubes. And like that's his way he gets aroused. He's like, oh no, hold on, girl. Let me just rub my pubes for a little bit. and the whole time you're just like, oh, that's all right, daddy. You play with your pubes. I'm gonna just sit here and watch. Now, if you don't call in, Tamika, I'm going to assume that this is exactly what you like and this is your weird fetish. If this is true, then I don't know how I feel about you anymore. I don't even know who you are. I don't feel comfortable around you anymore. And I'm going to have to talk to Carl about your future on this show as the girl who likes thugs that play with their pubes in front of her.
Now, apparently she's not going to call in. That's what she said.
Why won't she call in?
I don't know, but I'm going to try and call her and get her on air.
She's not going to answer.
Well, if I call... Let's see. Let's see if we can get Tamika on the air. Can you call Tamika? Talking to the phone screener. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thanks, buddy. All right. Let's see.
The uncredited phone screener.
Tamika.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Tamika, how's it going?
Hi.
So, could you please explain this sentence? I want a roughneck who fiddles with his dick hairs. LOL.
Okay, it's a song by MC Light called Roughneck.
I know the song.
Okay, so I was saying that I wanted a roughneck. I was quoting the song.
So you were... Why? What did that have to do with anything?
Oh, my God, because you guys were...
But Tamika, don't calm down.
You know what?
Tamika, hang on.
I'm trying to recover. I don't have time for y'all.
Out of what we were talking about, what gave you the urge to send that exact MC Light quote to us?
What I was saying, because y'all said something about what females wanted. So I said I wanted a roughneck.
No, we didn't see at any point what females wanted. No. That's not what we were talking about at all.
So you weren't talking about that?
No.
No, what were you listening to?
We were talking about Tamika. We were talking about a guy who was having stage fright. Where did what females want have to do with that?
Wait a minute, a guy having stage fright?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know what we mean by stage fright?
Yes, I know what you mean by stage fright.
I'm not trying to be patronizing. I'm just asking you a question. You seem perplexed, so...
Look, I just tuned in and I heard something about the
Tamika, why are you so hostile right now?
Yeah, why are you so angry?
You know what?
You're hostile as shit right now.
I am not hostile.
You are hostile. You're being angry and rude.
Tamika, I'm feeling a lot of heat coming from this phone right now.
My phone is hot. It's got a lot of Tamika, bad energy. I'm not feeling blessed right now or thankful.
No, I'm not feeling blessed or thankful right now.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, I think you are.
I think you are feeling thankful and blessed.
Oh, y'all make me sick.
Tamika, tell us about how your surgery went.
Yeah, how's the surgery and how's the recovery?
It went well.
She sounds really mad.
Dude, okay. Can you give us a little bit more?
Yeah.
I had alnoid surgery, which they scraped alnoid tissue out of my nose, and
why did they do that? What's the problem with that?
I wasn't breathing properly, and it was affecting my vocal cords.
Oh, okay.
So when she comes back,
so were you
the news is gonna be read perfectly.
So were you? So were you?
Know what, Carl?
So were you in pain?
Yes, and I'm still in pain. That's why I'm not there.
Oh, you poor thing. So the surgery went good, though, right? It went okay?
Yeah.
So when you came out of when you came out of your state of being put under, did you look at the doctor and say you were thankful and blessed?
Yes, I was saying I was thankful and blessed.
Good. Tamika, what is going on with you right now?
I can't stand y'all.
What the fuck? We'll call you, seriously asking you serious questions about your recovery.
We really are asking you serious questions, and you're giving us one-word answers. Listen, what you're on right now is a talk show.
Yeah, you're supposed to talk. But I understand.
I am talking. What do y'all want me to say?
I want you to explain. I want you to explain, goddammit, why you like thugs to play with their pubic hair.
Tamika, goddamn, calm down.
You know what?
She's so angry. All right, we'll talk to you later, honey.
Bye, Tamika.
Okay, it's bad, y'all.
Bye, babe.
Bye, everybody.
What the hell was up with that? She was like, I am listening to the motherfucking shit.
Dude, what I was trying to get you to do was when the second time she gave us a one-word answer, I was like, don't say anything, just let her just go silent.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good. Too bad. Oh, well.
But I don't think she would have caught on. She just would have
sat there in silence.
Dude, she would have played like Silent Chicken with us. Like, no.
I think she would have played Silent Chicken
Yeah.
with us. I'm not even kidding.
It would have been broken out with the obligatory hello. That's what would have happened. But anyway, what are you calling her back? She's not gonna pick up, dude. She's hostile.
No, it's not her.
Who are you calling?
What the hell? I was calling Stevie.
Hi,
Moo.
Carl. Steve can't come to the phone right now.
Oh, fuck it, dude.
Hey, you want to call someone?
What are we doing here? Let's get back to the show.
No, let's do this here. Hang on.
Oh, God. All right. This better be good. Who are you calling?
Some random number.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Okay, forget it. Let's do this. I actually want to take a break real quick, and when we get back from break, I want to talk to somebody. I'm going to see if I can get them on the air about something that you're going to hear during the commercial break. There's a new thing we got going on here. There's a dinner theater, a murder mystery that we're advertising for now. And I want to get her on the air and see if she wants to just talk about us and tell us a little bit about what it is rather than just a commercial and things like that. So I'm going to try and call her, get her on the air. Yeah, it's all the proceeds from this dinner theater go to the Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley. And
say it 3 times fast.
Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley. Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley. I can't do it. You try it.
I know.
It's hard as shit. So there's this dinner theater for that, and we decided that we would put that on the air and get people to buy tickets to this thing. Go out to this. Basically, we're going to end up being a sponsor of this too. We're donating some money to the school. But it's actually a really cool evening. I'm going to try and get the person that's working on this and working on getting different sponsors to come on air with us and talk just 5 minutes about it, and we'll see if that works. But we're going to go on break, and when we get back, we're going to do that. We'll talk about Chris Brown.
Well, the guy you love to hate. This guy can't stay out of the news. And so, yeah, find out what the hell this asshole did, recently. They got him back in the news.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
And we're going to do 2 Asking MFers tonight. So we already did one. We don't got Tamika in doing her news, so we got to fill some time with that. So we're going to do another Asking MFer. So if you got a question for us, like I said earlier, you can Skype us, you can tweet us, you can send it in to our email. And it's WTMTCleveland@gmail.com. You can call us with it, 216-816-6594. You can get it to us on our Facebook page. You can ask us any question about anything you want to ask us. It doesn't even have to be relationship, sex related. It could be like, what should I have for dinner? It could be any kind of question you want.
Yeah.
We do mostly gravitate towards those other questions.
We like to do the relationships, but we can also do, like, you got a problem with your boss at work. That's fine,
Right.
man. We'll try to help you out.
We get a lot of questions. But if you send us your question, you might just get on the air. We might use your question and go from there and do that. So
yeah, and thanks, Michael, for sending us an MFer.
It
We'll
was
get to
Frank,
you when we get back
actually.
from. No. We got a new one.
We got a new one?
Yeah, we got a new one from a guy. We got a new one from Mike. We will get back to that when we come back from the break. Yeah, and one more thing, guys. We get a lot of asking MFers where we don't know what the hell you're talking about, so we just ignore them. So if we ignored your asking MFers because it wasn't written well or we have no idea
there
what
was
you're
a lot
talking
of
about.
stuff that you left out that we can't really. I mean, there's a lot of factors that we could not use your asking MFer.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm sorry, man. If you don't know how to like write and actually speak English, we're not going to air it, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm not going to waste my time. So, I mean, I'm not asking you to write me an essay, but just kind of like make your thoughts clear, okay?
Right.
All right. So when we come back, all that
and more. Mahogany and Fur.
Mahogany and Fur.
Aces and Eights Tattoos.
Located at 644 Canton Road in Akron. 644 Canton Road, Akron. Ohio's premier tattoo and piercing parlor. Check out their Facebook page. Just search Aces and Eights. See art by Rose, Chris, and all the piercings by Bill. Give them a call at 330-733-7122. 330-733-7122.
Wake the Dead.
The 8th Annual Valley Mystery Dinner Theater.
Saturday, February 1st, 2014, 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. at the Georgetown, 5945 South Avenue, Boardman, Ohio, 44512.
All proceeds go to the Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley.
Tickets available for purchase at valleymysterytheater.com.
Smith Snapshots in Akron is the one stop for all of your photography needs. From wedding photos to full-on shoots, we can even provide models if you need a beautiful woman to make your photos pop. You can check us out on Facebook. Just search Smith Snapshots or give us a call to check out our portfolio at 330-790-1361. Again, call Bill at Smith Snapshots at 330-790-1361.
Cleveland's only independent talk. WTMT. Cleveland.
Mahogany and Fur. Final warning.
know, we'd probably tower over the competition.
If Carl wasn't a midget.
Welcome back to Mahogany and Fur.
I love those re-entries now. Those new re-entries you let me hear. Those are really good.
Yeah, no, I like the new ones a lot, yeah. The new ones are very good. So, we're going to try and call the person that's going to talk about this a little bit here now and see if that works. And see if we can get her on the air. If not, we'll get her on in a little bit. And she will tell us about the Montessori of the Mahogany Valley and their gala that's coming up in January. It's a huge night. It's really cool. Everybody has a good time.
What is this for? I guess we'll find this out, but
yeah.
Why should I care?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so Mark just asked me a question. He said, what is this about? What is the whole dinner thing about?
What do you mean, what is it about?
Well, what is it for?
It's for her school.
For what?
For the Montessori School, Mahogany Valley.
Okay.
It's the biggest fundraiser they have all year, every year. This will be our 8th year. And basically, it's an adult night out. You get dinner, a theater, which is a murder mystery thing. It even involves the audience to figure out the final scene before it's played. You go on a little clue hunt.
Ooh.
Plus, it has, cash bar, 50-50 raffle, silent auction. Last year, we raised over $20,000 for the school.
That's awesome. What are they expecting? Do they speculate how much they're going to raise this year? Do they know? Are they, speculating?
What was that?
Are they speculating how much they're going to raise this year?
No, I'm in charge of it this year, so I just know that I have to do better than last year.
Oh, okay. So you have to get, $30,000 this year instead of 20.
Hey, that would be beautiful.
Wouldn't it? So, okay. So when is it?
It's February 1st of 2014. It's going to be in Boardman, Ohio. It starts about 6:30, but the doors will be open at 6, and it'll end at 10:30.
All right. Is there booze?
There's a ton of food. The Georgetown caters the entire event.
Well, is there alcoholic beverages?
Yep.
Oh,
Cash
good.
bar.
Cash bar. All right.
Yeah.
How much are tickets?
Tickets are $45, and they go on sale December 6th. You can get them at valleymysterytheater.com, or you can call Michelle at 330-506-2343.
Okay, and Michelle, what do they have? What is what you said, $45? What does it include?
That includes everything of the admission, dinner, theater.
Dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, what do they know? What the menu is going to be, or?
I suggested having it the same as last year. So we'll have dishes we had a pasta dish, we had a chicken dish, we had salad, appetizers, and then we have a huge dessert table.
Is it catered, or did people like you cook it and bring it in?
Oh, no, it's catered.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so right now, are you still looking for people to sponsor it and things like that?
We are looking for people to sponsor it. Basically, if you sponsor the event itself, it's around $2,500, and there'll be a big signage for you as soon as you enter the building. Plus, you get all the perks. You get free drinks. You get an ad in the program. Your entire table is, front and center for the stage, and you get gifts at the table. It's really a good deal. If you don't want to do that, you can also just purchase tables. I think it's 8 to 10 seating. We'll have to get that when we have a better number of tickets sold, but it's really a good deal.
What do they do? What is the purchasing the table? That's I could purchase the whole table and sponsor a table, or?
Yeah, you can purchase the table, and basically anybody you want can sit there and just receive those benefits.
Oh, that's cool. So, and we don't know how much that's going to be yet, though.
There are different levels, honestly. So there's a bronze, a silver, gold. There's different levels that you can do. It ranges from $2,000 to $500. So.
And the first level, the big sponsor, the sponsor of the whole event, is $2,500.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, you're saying we need to come up with 2,500 so we can have a table of our own with a big sign that says WTMT Cleveland, Mahogany and Fur, and we can walk in with like
exactly
suits.
what you need to do.
Does everybody wear like what? Does everybody like dress up and things?
I would say be casual, like dressy casual.
I think everybody should wear tuxedos.
Don't dress up in a tuxedo, but don't come in ripped up jeans either.
Right. So who can people contact? Who can people contact to get information on sponsoring the event or like buying the table and stuff like that? Is that you too?
Actually, you can call the same number. It's my number. It's 330-506-2343. Or you can visit the website. All the information will be on there too, ValleyMysteryTheater.com. And you can even find us on Facebook, and we can get to you that way also.
Cool. Well, this is going to replay all week up until next Thursday. So if people aren't hearing this now that are interested in this, I'm sure people will be hearing it throughout the week, and maybe we'll get some phone calls for you that way. And we definitely like to get involved and sponsor something on this too, so I will be in contact with you to do that.
Thank you.
No problem. And what? So do the people that sponsor the table, is there going to be like a sign on the table that says like, this person sponsored this table?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sign, like right in the middle thing, says reserved for and sponsored by yada, yada, yada.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Well,
I sure did.
yes, she did. All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. And,
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
And no problem. And when it gets closer to the event, we're going to have you on again, and you can talk about it some more and get some more people to pay $45 to eat spaghetti.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that's for the ValleyMysteryTheater.com, I believe she said it was.
Montessori
of the Mahoning Valley. So that's pretty
Butchered.
interesting. Fuck that up bad. So, no, that's pretty interesting. I think that, it's going to be a fun event. I didn't go last year. I didn't end up going, but I might go this year. I mean, maybe we will sponsor a table. And there'll be a table with our little name on it, and we'll all sit there. You're coming. Tamika's coming. Moose. We'll get everybody involved. We'll go.
Can I be that guy who just embarrasses everybody?
No.
I'm just so drunk.
Yes.
Just so
we gotta wear suits though.
Like, dude,
do you have a suit?
Yeah, I got suits.
Me
bro.
too. Yeah, we'll wear suits. We'll get really, really gussied up.
I'm like, dude, why is this guy so drunk? Who is?
Dude, we need to broadcast live from there.
Dude, you and this broadcasting live from things. We can barely broadcast live from here.
I know.
From the actual studio
From the
location.
studio. Yeah. That's pretty funny, you son of a bitch.
All right. That was even funnier. So, what do we got next? What's coming up, man? The fuck is happening right now? What is happening right now?
So, we're going to talk about Chris Brown. Chris Brown was
Dude, play the music. Play the music.
I can't now. It's like locked up or something. I don't know.
That was a waste of time.
Wait.
I don't see how you can hate from outside of the club.
Pause it. I hate this guy. I don't want to hear it. I was laughing. I was kidding. I don't want to hear it.
Get me now. So Chris Brown was allegedly kicked out of rehab for acting violently, and he was ordered to a new rehab facility. Chris Brown was booted from a rehab facility this month after smashing his mother's car window during a family session, his probation officer reported on Wednesday. The judge overseeing Brown's probation in his Rihanna beating case ordered the singer to immediately enter another rehab program and stay for 90 days. Brown, who was arrested on an assault charge in Washington, D.C. last month, still faces the possibility... This is how this is written. You want to... Brown, who was arrested on an assault charge in Washington, D.C. last month, still faces a possibly probation violation charge.
A possibly probation charge?
Yeah. Goddamn, CNN. A possible...
That's CNN.
It should be a possible probation violation charge that could send him back to prison. Or send him to prison. There's much concern with...
You know what pisses me off about things like that? Not only did the person writing that not reread their actual fucking published article, but the editor didn't read it.
The editor did nothing.
I'm always amazed when I know this is not what we're talking about right now, but I'm always amazed when I see like huge grammatical mistakes in like published articles. Like, what the dude? As a college student, man, I would reread and reread some shit that like I had to like send to my professor. And there was only one guy reading what I was sending. Could you imagine if you worked for CNN and millions of people potentially could like read what you're writing?
And you're just like,
yep, wrote it, send it. It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. The singer sat nervously in a Los Angeles County courtroom, holding girlfriend Carissa Tran's hand as he waited while his lawyer, Mark Gregoros, met privately with the judge and prosecutor before his hearing began Wednesday afternoon. Brown's freedom has been in question since he was arrested on a sidewalk near the White House after allegedly punching a man. The probation imposed when he pled guilty to a felony charge in the 2009 attack on Rihanna, his girlfriend at the time, requires to stay out of legal trouble. The lawyers and judge emerged from chambers with a deal, which required Brown to spend the next 90 days in a court-approved treatment facility. So, Chris Brown is a spoiled... what is the other word I'm looking for here, Mark?
Brad?
No, he's spoiled. He thinks self-centered. He thinks the world doesn't come down on. It doesn't need to come down on him. He is a piece of trash who deserves to go back to jail and spend a long time sitting there. That's my thought.
I don't think you're saying anything that most people don't agree with, besides the fucking ignorant Team Breezy fans. But
Team Breezy. But you know, there's team Boston Bombers too. So I mean, people I think gravitate for some reason.
Well, those are trolls.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do think that like people who are quote unquote label themselves Team Breezy are the same ignorant pieces of garbage who like when R. Kelly was caught damn near redheaded peeing on a how old was she? 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, 16, I think.
I don't think she was 16 at the time, bro. They're the same ones who had his back no matter what. Fuck them. Anyway, so yes, is Chris Brown self-centered? Is he narcissistic? Is he egotistical? Yes. Check. But dude, I think Chris Brown actually has like bona fide textbook anger issues. Now hear me out.
Okay.
If you look back at everything he's gotten bad publicity about or he's been arrested for, it's all been him like just freaking the fuck out. First and foremost, there was him like beating the shit out of Rihanna out of nowhere. Okay,
he beat the shit out of her too.
All right,
like, people think that it was like a light beating or whatever.
No. I don't think anyone thinks that, dude. Everyone saw the pictures by now. Yeah. I don't think anybody thinks it was. Dude, everyone's seen the TMZ photo, man. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, the girl got the shit beat out of her. Rihanna weighs, 95 pounds wet? So, so there's that, okay? Now, he kind of, like, went away for a while. He had his legal charges for that initially. Then he started doing publicity for, he started doing publicity for, I think it was, like, a year after that whole thing happened and his new album was coming out
with this track on it,
with this track on it, and he was at a radio station where he fucking threw a chair at a window and it smashed, like, and he was on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that doesn't seem like anger management issues to you.
He's got very bad anger issues.
Then let's fast forward. He makes the news again for fucking running over a girl and yelling at her. He ran over her, and although eyewitnesses who saw it said that he was clearly in the wrong, he got in his car and fucking pretty much like wasn't even looking at the road and just peeled out and hit a girl who was a pedestrian.
Wow, yeah, I didn't even heard about that.
He got out the car and yelled at her for it. Okay, doesn't sound like anger management issues to you?
Yeah.
Now let's go to the wasn't there one right before this one where he had he had some kind of like outlash?
I don't know. I
think there was. I'm missing one. He had something where he outlashed. He lashed out at some. I'm saying outlash. He lashed out at someone.
Outlashed.
Outlashed. Yeah. Sounds like a Mitsubishi
Mitsubishi Outlast.
Yeah. So, I think there was something like a couple weeks or months ago where he lashed out at somebody else who and he was in the wrong again. But let's bring us up to this current thing where he just made the news. He smashed his mother's windshield after a family counseling meeting, dude. Who does that? Dude, who does that?
That's going.
That's not a rhetorical question, Carl. Who does that? People with fucking extreme anger issues.
Crazy people smashing your mother's window.
The same guy where you can't get into a dispute with him without him punching a wall or breaking something that he owns. That's who Chris Brown is, dude. He's that guy where and I'm not a psychologist, dude. I don't know why people get anger management issues. I don't know why people can't control their tempers. There's probably a lot of reasons for it, but I think a big part of what Chris Brown's problem is that the kid's been successful since he was fucking 15.
Yeah.
He's
entitled.
He's entitled. He probably doesn't get told no for a lot of things.
Oh, never. He never gets told no.
So I think that's a huge part of where his temper tantrums come from. But at the same time, do I think he's a douchebag? Absolutely. I think he's a piece of shit, actually, matter of fact. But I don't
understand why people buy his records.
But I honestly do think this guy has some serious fucking mental anger, emotional problems. If I was a judge, I would order him to, has he been ordered to anger management before?
I don't think so.
I feel like I might have read that somewhere.
I don't know.
Well, that's that great old Mahogany and Fur research, but I feel like he has. But if I was a judge right now, dude, who's presiding over whatever current case he's under, I'd do mandatory out of his own pocket anger management classes.
Well, is that what the rehab's for? Is he really in rehab or is he in anger management? We just don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, why is he in rehab?
I don't know. We haven't heard of Chris Brown drug things,
dude. Google it really quick. Google why is Chris Brown in rehab? Because I don't think he has a drug problem. We would have heard about that, right? So it must be anger management. He must be in there. Dude, I think he is in anger management classes right now. I don't know why the media is calling it rehab. I guess it's a form of rehabilitation.
Chris Brown, court-ordered anger rehab.
Yeah, okay. All
rehab,
right.
Wouldn't it be anger management? Anger rehab.
Yeah, that's really odd.
A weird way to say it.
Yeah. Rehabilitation, that has a certain, meaning to it that I think the average layman thinks of. You know what I mean? I think rehabilitation just kind of means the average person getting back to where you were, getting back to normal.
But it seems like he was crazy.
But he was never normal. So I think that's actually the wrong term to use for what the treatment he's going through right now.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, I agree with you completely, 100%. I think that Chris Brown needs to disappear.
He's not going to.
But I think that someone should make him disappear.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but he's not going to, dude. He's not going out of the spotlight anytime soon. If he were to go out of the spotlight, it would have been after the Rihanna thing. Any normal person would have been so embarrassed and so ashamed that they let their emotions get the best of them. Dude, I don't care if Rihanna told you I fucked all your best friends. I don't care if Rihanna told you I slapped your mom last night. You know what I mean? Dude, there's words are. Yeah, we can do that in a second. There's no excuse, bro. There's no fucking excuse of hating someone who's clearly weaker than you, dude. I think it's a pussy move.
Yeah, Chris Brown's clearly a pussy.
And I'm not being courageous in anything I'm saying right now. You know what I mean? I think everybody supports what I'm saying. The kid's a pussy. But I don't know, man. I think this guy, I think this guy is going to fucking end up killing himself, man. In some form or another. The more I think about it, man, and we were joking about it earlier today when we were on the phone together. You were like, "No, this guy is douchebags like him who lived to be 90 years old."
I believe that.
But I really think this fucker, man, the path he's on, someone's either going to, just beat him down. He's going to get shot, or I don't know, dude. Or he's going to go to jail for a long time. And it's going to be one of those things where, you know, he's going to get that one judge who's like, I don't care who you are or how much money you can throw at the court system. You're going away. You're going away, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rappers get it all the time, dude. How many rappers have we known where, you know, they got away with shit for years, and then they get that one judge, and you're like, no, dude, you're doing actual hard time. Lil Wayne had to do hard time.
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
Gucci Mane had to do hard time. Fucking Tupac had to do hard time. May he rest in peace.
Did Gucci did hard time? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Gucci did some. Hey, I think Gucci did at least a year at one point, about 3 years ago.
Gucci.
I love Gucci. I'm not gonna lie, I love Gucci.
I got the bird flu, man. He's a terrible sickness,
dude. He's a guilty pleasure of mine, man.
Gucci?
It's just some mindless, ignorant rap that I love, dude. I really do. But the funny thing about Gucci is, okay, I'm not saying this guy's a fucking collegiate in any way, right? But some of his songs are actually clever. You know what I mean? The guy can be clever. Gucci. Now let me paint the picture for you, right? Keep playing it. Let me paint the picture for you. You walk into a party, and this shit's bumping right now. You had a hard day. You walk into the party. One of your best friends like, dude, I know you had a shitty day. Here's 3 shots. Take them right now. Then talk to me. Then go mingle. You take those 3 shots, right? So one of your other buddies passes you just like, you know, a little something, something. You take a hit. Give it 5 minutes. You're feeling good now, right?
Yeah.
And now you start hearing this song. You're like, cute girl walks by.
Gucci don't drink burr, but he do drink dumb.
See, the thing is, though, man, you got to be, like, kind of fucked up to actually appreciate Gucci, man. You got to be, like, either high or drunk or both. You know what I mean? And then before you know it, your head's going to start bobbing. You're going to start feeling good. You're going to start talking shit. Both good and bad.
Gucci.
Before you know it, you're having a blast. And it's all, and you know what? It's all thanks to drugs and Gucci.
Before you know it, you got an ice cream cone tattooed on your face. Burr. Because he's cold. You know what I'm saying? So, coming up, we got Asking About For again. And also after that, we're going to do Moose's Tech Minute. But Moose is not here, so Carl, I am going to read that. And we'll do some of that kind of news. And that's going to be about Xbox.com.
Dude, did you see the latest South Park?
No.
It actually really wasn't that funny, but it was kind of funny how they funny as an odd how they, or clever I should say, how they spent the Xbox One and PS4 console wars into like the Game of Thrones.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty.
I'm gonna
good.
have to watch that, and that sounds interesting. What do you got coming up?
Let's do Asking MFer right now,
do
man.
Asking MFer?
Yeah,
right.
why not, dude?
Not everyone can be as knowledgeable about life, love, and sex as Mahogany and Fur, which is why we created Ask a MFer. Ask a MFer. You send in your questions and we give the best advice on the planet.
So what do we got? Who wrote us today?
All right, so this is from Mike. Mike actually sent in. Thank you, Mike, for actually putting together an actual cohesive and readable letter to us. Unlike a lot of you assholes. God damn it, go back to school. Who the fuck listens to this show anyway, man?
Liz Davis.
Oh God, that explains a lot. All right, so here's Mike. I'm gonna jump right into it. Mike wrote us at the beginning of the show. Thanks again, man. So I've been talking to this girl a bit. I haven't really been able to gauge her interest. I'm the kind of person that actually knows how to keep a conversation rolling, and I like to give descriptive answers as well as follow-up questions. I actually am genuinely interested in what I'm asking, though. Right, okay, yeah, he wrote. Oh, that's actually, you wrote that right, Mike. Okay. She texts me often, starting the conversation. But after that, she seems completely uninterested in having any input and usually brings it to a dead end. Okay, I know girls like that, man.
So wait, did they say they were dating? Is that what it was?
No, they're talking. They're quote unquote talking. So you know what that means.
Yeah.
They're not to the stage of dating, but they have showed interest in each other
in
a romantic way.
romantic interest.
Yeah. So, all right. So he continues. She'll ask how my day is. I'll say, oh, Mike, you fucked up, man. I gave you so much praise. I'm going to read what he said. I'll say, tell her. All right, so what he meant to say was, I'll tell her, I'll say to her, and ask her, oh, God damn it, Mike, you fucked this up, dude. Let me read ahead a little bit and see what you're trying to say here. Okay, he says, what he's trying to say is, I'll ask her how her week has been or something along those lines, and she'll respond, it's good, quote unquote. I try to give her a very obvious opening to talk about a subject or herself, but she doesn't take the bait. With any other girl, I would just say, okay, whatever, she's not interested, and move along. But she'll text me again later trying to start a conversation that she killed. I can't tell if this girl is just bored and not interested, or if I'm just completely inept when it comes to the art of conversation. What the hell is going on here, MFers?
Well, it sounds like, number one, I think he might be a little inept, and secondly, I think that he doesn't realize that people aren't just around their phones 24 hours a day able to text back and forth, constantly nonstop. I might ask someone, how they're doing, and they might respond, pretty good, how are you? I'll be like, oh, I'm good, and then start doing something else, and I'm not thinking about my phone. I don't have my phone in my hand 24 hours a day, and I can't constantly be texting someone back, if they're texting me. I think that he's overthinking it, really, and I think that he probably should take a step back and not get so worked up that she's not texting him back right away. I mean, it's not the end of the world that she doesn't text you back. The fact that she's texting you later on and continuing the conversation kind of points to me that she's actually is involved in the conversation, but she's also, she could be at work, she could be busy. I don't know how old these guys are, but, I mean, there's a million factors here. And I think that our friend Mike is overthinking it 100%.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. I actually get the completely opposite. I take away something completely different than that. I think that because I've known girls like this, dude. They'll text you, "Hey, what's up?" And you'll text them back, and you'll try to actually ask a few questions just to actually find out or try to make a connection. And keep in mind, dude. Keep in mind, they're just into dating. They're talking, quote unquote. So he's still trying to fill her out. She's trying to fill him out. So he's kind of put off by she'll start the conversation, but only give one-word answers, kind of like what Tamika did earlier. But Jesus Christ, that scared me. So I don't know, man. I don't take away. I don't get it from that, dude. I'm in the fence of Mike here, man. I think. Okay, let me ask you this, Carl. Put yourself in the girl's shoes.
Right.
Why would you text somebody that you're talking to, be like, hey, what's going on? And they say, oh, this and that. What's up with you? And you go, oh, I'm good. And just, that's it. Why would you do that?
If I'm busy.
Then why didn't you text him in the first place?
Just to say hi or whatever, or just check in. Maybe I didn't realize I was going to be busy. Maybe I was at work and I had a free moment, and then all of a sudden I got busy and I could just respond back real quick.
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
He's overthinking the entire thing.
But
he's gonna, if he says anything to her, he's gonna turn into a psycho.
But let me ask you a question though. I mean, because again, these people aren't here to talk to us, so we can't ask them interactive questions. But I didn't take away the fact that she's just a busy person. The way he made it sound is if this happens all the time, no matter what time of day it is. It could be nighttime, it could be the weekend, it could be lunchtime. She'll start conversation and then just not give him anything to
Maybe she doesn't like texting.
So why does she call him then? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like talking on the phone either. Maybe she just wants to.
So what you're saying is she's socially awkward.
Look, if I'm texting a girl, right, and I meet a girl and we start texting back and forth. If there's no, discussion of hanging out or things like that, I'm kind of get bored of the conversation myself. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and text back and forth with you for 2 weeks, and we don't have any plans to hang out. It sounds like. It sounds like almost like an internet thing where they met online.
Let me ask you this:
their phone numbers.
I think you're reaching right now, dude. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, dude. It wouldn't piss you off if a girl was like, "Hey, what's up?" and you said, "Oh, nothing, watching TV," and she's like, "Oh, okay," and then you obligatory. What are you doing? She's like, "Nothing." ... That's it.
Some people are just socially awkward, I think.
So that's why I'm asking you, dude. Or do you think this girl's socially awkward, or do you think there's something else going on?
I think that she's just. I think he's like I said. I think he's looking too far into it. I think she's socially awkward. Maybe she doesn't she doesn't know how to carry a conversation on with somebody. Thus, what we've talked about before in the past about girls not being able to hold conversations. You go out on a date or something, and the girl's just, oh, yep, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I was at work.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I think that, maybe he should just pursue more of a conversation with her. It sounds like he's also falling in the same trap. Like,
let me cut you off. Let me cut you off. He is, dude. He said it. He said it in the letter. He's like, dude, I tried to give her, like, I always try to give her, like, ways to, like, fill the conversation. I ask her about herself. Girls love to talk about themselves, dude. Even the most socially inept girl loves to talk about herself, even though we don't give a shit about her boring life or whatever. So he says, like, he keeps giving her openings, but he gets nothing back. Here's what I think's going on, dude. I think she's a look at me, I have friends texter. Hear me out. I think this girl only texts this guy, and I'm sorry, Mike, if this hurts your feelings, but I think I know girls like this, dude. I think she only texts you when she's in situations where she doesn't want to seem socially awkward, like she's like physically among people, like her friends or whatever, her acquaintances. Okay, let me paint a picture for you. She's at a bar or she's at a friend's house with 4 or 5 people,
right?
And what do? We go to our phones when no one wants to, like, interact, because that's the way we do things nowadays.
That's the world. Yeah, you can't not have a phone in your hand.
I think she goes down her contact list
and just texts someone?
She texts guys and girls maybe, and she goes, "Hey, what's up?" And it's not really her motivation for texting you, Mike, is not really to find out what's going on with you. It's so that she looks cool, and it's so that she looks like she's preoccupied and she's too cool to actually interact with the people she's hanging out with.
Wow,
yeah, dude. Hear me out. I know girls like this, dude. I know dudes like this, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man. So,
Hi.
Yeah, dude. So I think she's giving you. I think she's.
I've got friends.
Mike, I hate to break this. I hate to break this to you, man, but I think you're one of 5 guys she's texting at that moment.
5 guys
going, hey, what's? I think you're one of 4 guys that she's texting, going, hey,
that's better.
Hey, what's up? And she's not really actually like trying to like start a conversation with you. She's just doing it just to do it,
just for the hell of it.
Am I crazy, dude? What do you think, man?
I think that's a bit of a stretch, actually.
You really do?
Yeah, because I don't know anybody like that. So, I mean, you knowing someone like that, it's not a stretch for you, but, like, for me, I'm like, there's people that do that? I'm surprised that people do that.
I'm not proud of it, but I know some shallow-ass people.
I'm not proud of it, but I have some really fucked up friends.
Well, they're okay people. They're just shallow, man. But anyway, I think that's what she's doing, man. I think she's... Oh, let me text him. And she sounds like the kind of girl, dude. I don't get a socially inept feel from this girl, from what he's like saying. I don't get that.
Okay.
I get a more self-centered kind of girl from the way he says it. I get a more like
high maintenance, kind of bitchy.
Yeah, dude. And that might be my own personal demons coming up through it.
Yeah,
maybe. But that's honestly what I feel, man. So, Mike, I don't know, dude. Maybe you can give us a follow-up letter. You can give us a little bit more insight into who this girl is, how you guys met.
Send us all the pictures she sent you.
Yeah, any pussy pics you might have, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so what's the solution? Either way, what should he do? What if you were Mike? What would you do, dude?
I would just stop texting her. Really?
No, he likes her.
No, fuck that.
The reason why, dude, no. That's the easy way out. The reason why he wrote us is because he obviously likes his girl, and it's frustrating him.
But does she like him?
Well, I mean, I don't know, man.
And
he doesn't know.
If he needs to find that out, and if it's the case where what you said, she's just texting to text, so people think she's cool or she has friends, she clearly doesn't like the guy. And then, I mean, did the note say that they have ever had meaningful conversation, or is it always like that?
He didn't say.
Okay,
he really.
What?
he pretty much just like talked about texting.
So if they have meaningful conversation over text or on phone, then this could be exactly where you're coming from. Is it's like, you know, a social texter, like a social smoker or social
that's a
drinker.
good point.
But if they don't have meaningful conversations, and this is how it is every single time they text, he needs to move his ass on and quit being a puss.
Yeah.
Like, because clearly it doesn't really matter to her.
I think I agree with you.
Or maybe he just needs to be like, look, do you want to hang out? If they've never hung out before, maybe like it's an internet thing. They've been on OkCupid and they're texting back and forth, but they haven't hung out yet. Bite the bullet and be like, let's go out to get a drink or go to dinner or do something. I also don't know. I wish people would start including their ages on these. Because if they're like 16, I'm not going to tell them to go out and get a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, maybe invite her out and do something, you know? See if there's that chemistry there. That way, maybe she just is not a good texter.
I think you're onto something, man. I think you brought up an interesting litmus test that Mike could possibly use. Mike, if this girl, if you guys like actually have like actual conversations like human beings in other situations, like face to face, or maybe actually calling each other and talking, if she's able to do that, then I think that's a red flag. I think she is what my assumptions lead me to believe she is to be, which is someone who's just texting you just to you know, make herself seem cool. Okay.
Social texter.
Yeah, social texter, yeah. However, if she's like this, like in general, then what you have on your hands is a socially inept girl, and she's a little awkward. And, I mean, me personally, I prefer that than the social texter. You know what I mean? At least, like, you know, I know she's not, like, just trying to, like, you know, use me. Because it is kind of a form of using if it is that way. So I don't know, dude. You need to, dude. To be honest with you, I would call her out, man. I would fucking call her out. Me personally, I would be like, and you know, you're asking me, you're asking an MFer, so this is what I do. I would be like, hey, quick question for you. How come like you text me, but like you asked me about my day and you know, out of random, and you kind of like don't give me anything to talk about. You just give me one word answers. So what's up with that? I mean, it makes me feel funny. Like, why are you
with that?
Why? Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up? What is up with that? Yeah, I can't finish it. All right, so anyway.
All right.
Yeah, dude, Mike. You need to call her out, man. I would just call her out, and honestly, dude, if you call her out, at least she'll put her on the spot, and she'll be able to give you some insight to make you not feel like you're going crazy and you're not just like imagining things. Okay. All right, buddy. Good luck with that.
So, hey, we're going to go into Moose's Tech Minute, but Moose is not here, so I'm going to do the Tech Minute, but Moose's Tech Minute.
Please enter your password.
This is Moose's Tech Minute only on Mahogany and Fur.
That sounded atrocious.
That was a moose. That was what the sound a moose makes. Anyways.
What sound does a fox make?
Ring, ding, 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 ding. All right, so Xbox.com and other Microsoft sites have been hit by a service disruption. A handful of Microsoft online services, including Xbox.com, appear to be experiencing a global outage Thursday afternoon.
Holy shit, slow down, dude. You're like the Micro Machines guy.
The outage, which Twitter users began reporting around 3 p.m., also affected Outlook.com and Office365.com. Other online services hosted by Microsoft Azure, cloud computing services, air messages... Oh, I read that wrong. Anyways, error messages generated during attempts to visit the site indicated it might indicated it might be a DNS issue. And then right here we're seeing on the Microsoft site it's service unavailable, DNS failure. The degree to which sites were affected appears to be varied. Some users reported that TechNet, MSDN, and even Microsoft.com were offline as well, but those sites were available to myself. Anyways, at one point Thursday afternoon, every region around the world was experiencing a full service interruption to its storage services, according to Microsoft Windows Azure Services dashboard. A later update on the dashboard indicated that the services were back to normal and operational in each region. Microsoft said in a tweet it was investigating the cause of the outage and would keep customers updated. Microsoft tweeted this. They said some services are returning now. It's how I can send this tweet now. Patience, please, and sorry for the inconvenience.
Wait, I have no idea what you just said. Can you just translate what the hell?
Basically, a lot of Microsoft services were down today, actually. I don't know if they're...
What kind of services?
Xbox.com,
okay.
Which is bad news because they're releasing that Xbox One. And
all the 13-year-olds.
They're looking for it.
I can't play Call of Duty.
I know. In other tech news, jurors in the...
Who?
Jurors.
I was like, Drews? What?
Drews.
Jews?
Jurors said to this. They said Samsung didn't make its case in the Apple damages retrial. A jury rules that Samsung must pay additional damages for patent infringement. The amount is much more than Samsung said it owes and brings the total awarded to, get this, $930 million Samsung has to pay Apple.
Get the fuck out of here,
for
dude.
copyright infringement.
Hang on. Time out. How do you feel about that? I know you're an Apple guy. How do you feel about that?
I don't know a lot about the story, but I do know that Samsung may have violated some patents, and if they did, and they sold devices, and they got revenue from selling these devices, which were copied an Apple patent, then they should have to pay retribution to Apple. I mean, I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
I mean, I'm an Android guy, and I got a lot of my news about this story from like Android sites. So, of course, there's a bias, right? They made it seem like Apple was suing Samsung over literally having a round phone. You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot more
shit
to
like
it.
that.
I think there's a lot more to it, and not just speaking from me owning Apple products, but just I think there's a lot more
Where's
to it.
Moose when you need him?
I know.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What patents does Apple have that Samsung stole?
I don't know.
I can think of one. Which I think you guys call it bump.
Yeah.
Bump, where like if I have like an MP3, I can bump it to your Apple phone, and you will have that MP3, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I
think Samsung came up with their own version of that after Apple already had it, and Samsung called it S-Share or some shit like that.
Right.
So I could see that being, if Microsoft had that technology patent, I could see that being something that's, lawsuit worthy for sure. But like again, what I was reading was like, and this lawsuit first happened like a year ago at least, dude. And from what I read from like the blogs, and these were Android blogs, they were like, yeah, fucking Apple's trying to like sue Samsung for having a curved phone, a curved smartphone with a curved home button. Like, what the fuck is that? Apple's just like losing. That's why they're mad. So blah blah blah. Of course, that's like fanboy stuff right there.
Here's what it is. Apple tried to show that Samsung wasn't making anything that looked remotely like the iPhone or the iPad until both of those products were launched. And Samsung largely pointed to internal documents that showed it was at work on a touchscreen phones with giant rectangular screens and rounded corners well before Apple showed up.
Slow down. Say that again.
Apple tried to show that Samsung wasn't making anything that looked remotely like the iPhone or the iPad until both of those products were actually launched. And Samsung largely pointed to internal documents that showed that it was at work on a touchscreen. Phones with giant rectangular screens and rounded corners.
You see what I'm saying?
Well before Apple showed up. Yeah, no, seriously. That's basically what it was about, I guess. And
wait, so Apple laid patent to having a touch screen
that looks like that.
How can you patent something like that?
Because that was their design. It's a design.
A square is there? They invented the square.
I mean, they invented the dimensions. They patented the dimensions. Everything about the phone, the design and everything is patented.
That's bullshit.
I don't know about.
I'm gonna call it bullshit.
I don't know if it's bullshit.
My Galaxy S3 is in the case right now, Carl. But if I were to take it out and lay it next to your phone, they look nothing alike, dude. They look nothing alike. My home buttons, my power button's on a different location. My home button looks completely different than yours. I mean, the only similarities they have are that they're both rectangles. That's about it, dude. So I think this is kind of silly.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
I think that, I mean...
That's not just me being a fanboy.
This phone thing is a cutthroat industry, and I think that maybe...
Well, no, all businesses are. These are conglomerates, bro.
Yeah.
They're
so
fucking
I really
cutthroat.
Think, That sounds like they had every right to sue them because they're like, this is what we invented. No phones looked like this until this came out. I mean, then all of a sudden Samsung made them. And all this
yes,
other
they
companies.
did, dude.
What phones? What phones were like the giant screen, touch screen, everything like that?
What phones had a square shape and happened to have a touch screen? BlackBerries. How come?
BlackBerries didn't have a touch screen until after Apple came out with the touch screen.
So you're telling me? Wait. So you're telling me Apple patented touch screens? Because I know that's not true.
Patent touch screens, but they patented this design.
Okay, you say this design. What is this design?
There was no phones like this. This design, the first Apple, this design, they patented. The first Apple had rounded corners. There were not phones that looked like that when this came out.
All right, so let me ask you a question, and be completely honest. If I was a cell phone manufacturer and I want to create a touchscreen smartphone, how the fuck would I possibly design that phone that didn't look anything remotely like an Apple phone?
There's many phones.
Would it be like a circle? Would it be like a triangle?
There's a lot of companies they're not suing that make phones.
I know.
So
I
think,
well, that gives credence to what I'm saying. I think Apple is personally attacking Samsung because Samsung is in second place to be the giant.
Then why is the jury and the
why isn't Samsung suing HTC? Why or Apple suing HTC?
I don't know, because they didn't violate the patent. I guess they're saying dimensions and things like that. Not specifically that phone, but their earlier phones that were touchscreens were similar to this. And now the thing that I don't get is, and the thing that's kind of confusing is exactly like you're saying, like where's the line? But they patented, dimensions, technologies. There were not these kind of phones before Apple made this phone.
And see now, what you just said. There's a difference between patenting technologies and patenting. I can't say that word, patenting. I have trouble saying that word. But there's a difference between dimensions and technologies, okay? Now, I totally could see how Apple would sue Samsung over the quote-unquote bump technology. I could totally see that.
Yeah, but dimensions they should be able to sue over.
No, they shouldn't. No, dimensions are a universal thing.
That's why a patent exists. And the thing is, they applied for a patent and they got it.
You know what then? Henry Ford should have sued General Motors, and he should have sued Chrysler Daimler for copying the rough car design of his Model T.
But they didn't copy it.
Yeah, they did. They totally did.
They made a car.
Have you seen early 20s versions of all those cars and 30s versions? They all look the same.
I think this delves deeper than we both know, also, because you can't, like you're saying, you can't just sue someone for no reason.
For geometric shapes,
right.
You can't.
There has to be something deeper in this. Like the technology in this may be the same as the technology in the phone Samsung made, and they're like, whoa. You're copying our patent. Because I could go into the patent office and look at it and copy everything down on a patent. I could go make Dr. Dre Beats by Dre headphones, and they could sue me because I copied their patent. It doesn't matter. I mean, headphones are headphones, but if I make the same ones, they can sue me.
Well, that's my whole argument. Like, there's a difference between copying technology and copying a design. Okay, you get the Dr. Dre Beats headphones example, dude. All headphones look roughly the same.
Right.
I'm sorry, they do. My headphones roughly look like those.
Right, and it goes into the technology inside the headphones.
That's sue-worthy.
Right.
But my whole point is, like, every article I've read, and I haven't read much about it, but every article I've read, Apple was really focused on the design, which I think is complete bullshit. The design. We came up with a rectangle phone. Fuck Samsung.
Well, there weren't phones that looked like this. Samsung could have made something else. It was the rounded edges. There weren't phones that looked like that. Samsung could have made a square phone and they couldn't have got sued at all.
Do you hear what you're saying, though?
I understand, but that's how businesses work. They want to protect their bottom line. And if someone came out and said, for example, this way. Say we got this radio station here, WTMT Cleveland, right? Say my neighbor made a radio station, WTMT Cleveland 2, or something like that, and did the same...
WWT.
Yeah, right. And did the same format, the same equipment and everything like that, the same fucking announcer. The Mahogany and Fur was airing on their channel, but it was their own Mahogany and Fur like that. I would want to sue them, because they're taking our idea and copying it.
I think that's a bad example. I don't think those are two transferable examples. I like my car example better. Okay, let's take a guitar design. Okay, a guitar design. I could see this is actually going to be in favor of your argument. I can't make, and people who don't know about guitars, okay, hear me out. There's a thing called Fender guitars, and you've seen them with a lot of famous musicians. You've seen Eric Clapton and Jimi Hendrix play these guitars. They're called Fenders, okay? If I were to make a guitar that created the complete dimensions of a Fender guitar, then yes, I should probably get sued, okay? But here's the thing.
If you put pickups in a guitar.
Here's the thing. I can create a guitar that is 95% similar to a Fender guitar, but I could just change the headstock. I can change. I can make one of the curves on the body look a little bit longer. You can't sue me. You can't fucking sue me.
Just like dun 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 dun.
No. Again, bad example. But
I say so because he's changing one note, so he can't get sued.
So you see how like you can't sue somebody over the design of something unless like it's just completely fucking obvious. Like you literally copied my phone verbatim.
And the technology in the phone.
Samsung didn't do that. No. We're not talking about technology yet. We're not talking about
designs.
We're talking about designs. Yes, dude. You can't sue someone, or I'm not a fucking lawyer. I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. Maybe you can. If you can, it's bullshit. But you shouldn't be able to sue someone over fucking geometric shapes unless those geometric shapes are absolutely crucial to your product. And in this case, your smartphone, Apple, it's not crucial to your design.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, dude.
This makes an Apple iPhone an Apple iPhone.
First off, no phone looks like
bevel.
that. No phone looks like that.
Right, no phone does. And that's why it's crucial.
So why is Apple suing then?
Because they're suing over the first-gen iPhone, which the design was critical because no phone looked like it before.
Show me any Samsung phone that looks exactly like that. Show me any.
Let me look up here. Let me see what we can find. So we're gonna look up here.
I think this is a bitch slap fight between Apple and Samsung, and that's the reason why Apple's not going after anybody but Samsung. Because guess what? Samsung's the number 2 leader in smartphones. They're actually going to become number 1 if you look at the recent data of sales around the world. But that's why Apple is doing this right now, to fucking take Samsung down a notch or two, because they're afraid that Samsung's going to become the leading brand as far as smartphone technology. This is so silly, dude. It's so silly. There's not a single Samsung phone that looks exactly like an iPhone. If you sat one phone at the bar against the other phone, no one's going to be like, oh shit, well, which one's the iPhone? No one's going to do that, dude. No one. And the fact that Apple's trying to sue over a rough square design is crazy to me, dude. And neither one of us really have like delved into this story a lot, but the reason why we're like kind of like disagreeing with each other is because like if you look at most major news articles about this whole lawsuit, everyone keeps talking about the design, but like what's similar, dude? Seriously. If you want to talk about technology stealing, that's completely different, dude. No one's talking about that.
Here we go. On January 5th, 2007, 4 days before the iPhone was introduced to the world, Apple filed a suite of 4 design patents covering the basic shape of the iPhone. These were followed up in June of that year with a massive filing of a color design patent covering 193 screenshots of various iPhone graphical user interfaces. It is from these filings, along with Apple's utility patents, registered trademarks, and trade dress rights, that Apple selected the particular intellectual property to enforce against Samsung. Apple sued its component supplier, Samsung. So Samsung supplied the components to Apple. They made the components to Apple specifications, right? Alleging in a 38-page federal complaint on April 15, 2011 in the United States District Court for the Northern District of California that several of Samsung's Android phones and tablets, including the Nexus S, Epic 4G, Galaxy S 4G, and the Samsung Galaxy Tab, infringe on Apple's intellectual property, its patents, trademarks, user interface, and style. Apple's complaint includes specific federal claims for infringement. Hold on.
Carl, no. Please. Go, read that last sentence again just for clarification.
Which one?
The part, what they're actually suing for. That's the most important part.
On April 15th, 2011, in the United States District Court for the Northern District of California, that several of...
Yeah, skip all that.
Okay, that several of Samsung's Android phones and tablets, including the Nexus S, Epic 4G, Galaxy S 4G, and the Samsung Galaxy Tab, infringed on Apple's intellectual property, its patents, trademarks, user interface, and style. Apple's complaint included specific federal claims for patent infringement, false designation of origin, unfair competition, and trademark infringement, as well as state-level claims for unfair competition, common law trademark infringement, and unjust enrichment. Apple's evidence submitted to the court included side-by-side image comparisons of the iPhone 3GS and the i9000 Galaxy S.
All right, time out. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I just want to Google search like the phone comparisons. Like I want to see the pictures.
They said to illustrate the alleged similarities in packaging and icons for apps. However, the images were found to have been tampered with. Samsung accused Apple of submitting misleading evidence to the court. Samsung countersued Apple on April 22nd, filing federal complaints in courts in Seoul, Tokyo, and Mannheim, alleging Apple infringed Samsung's patents for mobile communications technologies. What it sounds like... Here, I got one. Dude, here, look. The iPhone is on your right. It looks like they copied the design. Bless you. Bless you, buddy.
Okay, so I'm looking at a picture of an Apple iPhone. What is this, the 4?
3GS.
Roughly, 3G. Okay, excuse me. And I'm looking at the Samsung Galaxy S 4G, okay, the competing product. Okay, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. They do look very similar. I'm not gonna lie at all. They look very similar. It looks like roughly the exact same dimensions.
I always thought that too when I saw that phone, the Samsung phone first, that they look very similar.
Yeah.
If you look at the more recent phones by Samsung, they do not look similar anymore.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
The only thing they have the exact same dimensions. If you look at it from the face on, if you actually like looking at the phone like as if you were like texting,
right?
They look exactly the same. If you turn to the side, they have almost the exact same dimensions, like width. So I see that.
Yeah.
I totally see that. The only difference is Apple has the home button, which is down in the center, and there's nothing else, which Apple's famous for. That's how you know it's an iPhone. You see that circular, square home button, and you see like the speaker and the camera up top in the center of the phone. I see that. Samsung looks like the only difference is Samsung had a different layout. They had because it's an Android phone, you had your backwards button, your home button, your search button, and all that stuff as integrated buttons in the actual phone's design.
Right.
Instead of one just single home button. And up top they had, looks like the camera's offset and the speaker's possibly offset. Those are the only things that are different. So I could see why. Okay, now I see why Apple's like claiming this whole big.
Apple's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I can totally see that now. But
and when you go further into it, and that you find out that the Samsung is their component supplier.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I believe this is why Apple's winning $900 million.
Yeah, dude. Now that I actually see a side by side comparison, I totally can see it, and I take back everything I said. Because I was basing like what I was saying off of like the Galaxy series. The Galaxy series looks nothing like Apple's. Yeah, that's interesting.
They claim the bezel. They didn't even claim the back was a copycat, but if you look at it, it says back different. But the court said it was still infringing.
That's interesting, man. I now that I look at those old phones, I think Samsung did fuck up, and they totally did steal that design from Apple.
And they might not have done it on purpose, but they probably did.
I think they totally did it on purpose, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
come on,
man.
I
agree with
you.
Come
on. It didn't just happen to be like that.
All right, I got one more story. I think that we're good with that one, right?
Yeah.
We got one more here. It's the era.
Oh, really quick. I want to make a side note, man.
Yeah.
I read a very interesting article just this previous week that Android is now the dominant smartphone platform in the world. It's officially taken over iPhone and people
Android, iOS. There's not one phone that's
yeah. You're right. Android iOS is taking over the smartphone market in the entire world,
and that makes sense though, because when you think about this, think about it. You have how many different devices running Android, and only one device now, two, the 5C and the 5S that run iOS.
Yeah, a lot of people in third world countries can afford a basic Android.
You can get
phone.
an Android phone for $100. Yeah,
iDroid.
iDroid.
An iDroid phone. So it sounds like some guy. If you're like in New York City in a back alley, he's like, "Hey, I have an iDroid phone. Come buy iDroid phone. $5
iOS Droid,
brand new, out the box."
All right, the end of an era. Winamp is shutting down for good.
Holy shit! I totally forgot all about Winamp.
Yeah, AOL is pulling the plug on the once popular music player.
Yeah, of course, it's linked to AOL.
Yeah. Basically, you want to download the Winamp before AOL pulls the plug on it next month. So that's going to be done. There's going to be no more developments on Winamp. It's over with. I don't even see.
Sorry, I'm not shedding a tear.
You know what though? I mean, there's so many integrated or options or like Winamp seems outdated. Like you have like iTunes, you have Windows Media Player, you have your iPhone, you have your MP3 players.
Let me ask a question. After iTunes, how do you play music or media?
After iTunes.
After iTunes.
What do you mean after iTunes?
If iTunes was off the table, how would you play your media files?
Well, on my PC, probably Windows Media Player.
Okay.
And on my Mac, I don't know.
Okay.
A Mac player.
It's iTunes.
Yeah.
It's QuickTime, I believe, is for movies for Apple. But yeah, that just goes to show you, man. I mean, Apple has fucking dominated, dude, for a long time.
I don't think anybody is gonna ever. And I'm not. I mean, I like Apple products. I'm not going to ever say though that iTunes doesn't fucking suck. It takes
the
4
updates.
hours to fucking get music from. I have like 1,500 songs on here. It took 4 hours to transfer 1,500 songs.
You know what really grinds my gears, Carl?
What is that, Peter Griffin?
Fucking companies like Apple and Google, who now own YouTube, who take a perfectly good thing and fuck with it. And update you.
They want to be the next big thing. Yeah, they want to be the next big
you're
thing.
already the next. You're
right,
already there,
they want to
bro.
stay ahead of the curve. For when Samsung comes up and makes something that looks exactly the same. They want to be one step ahead of Samsung.
Let me ask you a question, Carl. Let me ask you a question. And just answer this honestly as a rational person.
Stream of consciousness answering this right now.
Let's say you had a product, whatever the product was. It doesn't matter what it was, okay? And people fucking loved everything about your product. Like,
let's say with WTMT Cleveland, people love WTMT Cleveland.
They love it.
And I went and changed the entire format,
slowly
changed every little thing about it. Nobody ever said, you know what, I don't like this aspect of it. You should change it. People were like, I love everything about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to slowly change everything.
You know what?
It turns out that
I think you guys need this.
Yeah, and it ends up being something completely different from the product I started with. No, I'm not going to do that.
I think we're going through this right now. We're going through this right now with YouTube. Everyone hates YouTube now. Everyone hates
the comment system is what changed.
Not just the comments, dude. The comments thing was the last thing to really send people over the edge. But it's been going on for a while now. The way you can't for a while now you can't rewind videos properly like you used to be. You can't
really?
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of things. For instance, remember 3 years ago, you could pause a YouTube video and walk away from your computer. When you came back, the entire video was buffered.
Yeah, it was buffered.
The entire video was buffered.
Now it doesn't do that.
Now it only buffers maybe 15 seconds ahead.
You know, I think that's probably for their server load and things like that.
No, I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that. YouTube makes money hand over fist.
Oh yeah, and they're owned by Google, so of course they have.
Well, Google owns it now.
They're independent of money right now.
I'm going to get to Google in a second. I'll get there.
They don't have anything to do with money anymore.
So, I mean, just the buffering thing alone just piss a lot of people off. But the average person like Liz Davis didn't notice the buffering thing. They don't notice that kind of thing. Okay. Then there was the whole like comments. Well, I think the comment section came recently.
It did,
but
right
before that, YouTube has been forcing you to
use your real name.
Use your real name, dude.
Well, you know what? I think that's good. Did you see the thing on Conan about that? It was fucking excellent.
No,
they were
tell
like,
me.
Conan was like, YouTube changed the user thing, so you have to use your real name, and now it's going to be a lot harder to make rude comments because you're going to be using your real name instead of hiding behind a fake name. And then someone in the audience stood up. He's like, first comment, and then someone else said like, "You're gay." Like they did, like it was like YouTube comments coming from real people in the audience. It was really clever. You have to.
I'm gonna check that out. I love Conan. Anyway,
Coco.
so
Team Coco.
Yeah, dude, totally Team Coco. So,
speaking of that, Mahogany and Fur is gonna be on Conan O'Brien in January.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. You didn't know that? I didn't tell you that?
I didn't know that. No.
Oh, dude, yeah. Conan's producer contacted us and said that he listens to the show religiously every Thursday. And
Andy.
What?
Andy.
Andy hates us. He called me the one that he was the one that
Is he the one that sends his hate mail all the time?
No, he's the one that called and said he was going to rape me with my own dick in my butthole.
Oh,
yeah, that was Andy.
Typical Richter.
I know.
So
Son
anyway.
of a bitch. So, yeah, we're going to be on Conan O'Brien in January, January 15th.
So here's the thing about the using your own real name. Yes, that will eliminate a lot of like the trolling. It'll eliminate a lot of the racism, bigotry, and homophobic.
Because I'll be able to find out where you are and come get you.
Exactly. But here's why I still don't like it. Even as a minority, I don't like it. I ignore the comment section nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Yeah.
It just. Why would I look at that?
I look at the 2 top comments before they changed it. I love the 2 top comments. They're always really good.
But here's the thing, though, man. In the grand scheme of things, this is why I hate it. I look at a lot of shit on YouTube that people will probably find weird. Okay? I don't want you to be able to Google me, do some further digging, then look at everything I've ever looked on YouTube ever, dude.
But
dude, how many people are drunk or high and they just go on their YouTube journey?
Look at a fat girl eating a cupcake and going, "It's delicious." Oh, I love this cupcake.
Carl Rico likes this video.
Do you like my fat gut? Look, I'm gonna drop cupcake crumbs on my gut.
Carl Rico likes this video. Carl Rico commented on this video. This is awesome.
I've been feeding for 6 weeks. Look at my fat, beautiful tummy.
So you see what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah,
I don't want. And this all goes back to like fucking.
Now we know, guys that are listening right now, that we should go find Mark on YouTube and see what videos he's been looking at in the past.
Well, there's nothing where like I'm completely ashamed of. There's nothing like that. I'm kind of a normal guy. I'm kind of boring.
Dude makes out with other dude.
No, yeah.
Mark, thumbs this up.
There's nothing like that, dude. There's just in the grand scheme of things, man. I don't want people knowing like every fucking video I look at. And here's the thing: I don't want my Google Plus friends being able to look at my fucking YouTube search history, dude.
Yeah.
You know who wants that?
I didn't know
one person that wants
search history.
Yes. It's all connected because Google wants it all integrated.
Oh, that's amazing. I like that kind of.
Why do you like that?
Because it's hilarious. And I can find out really weird things about like Tamika and Liz Davis.
No, well, I mean, but this, okay.
But as
it goes back on you though.
As just a person.
But you're okay, Carl. You're one of those random. You're a Rob Ford where you don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
For the most part, you really don't give a shit.
No.
But 98% of people do give a shit. You're a pod person, okay? You give a shit. But most people do give a shit. They don't want their coworkers and bosses like being able to like, let's see what Carl Rico was like looking at unless you're on YouTube.
Well, then don't look up stuff that you shouldn't look up that you think is inappropriate.
Fuck that, dude. Like, no, man.
Dude, if you do something on the internet without like using a Tor browser, we'll get into Tor browsing and deep web in a minute here, but
you're saying hang on. You're saying like don't look up stuff you wouldn't want everyone to know.
If you don't want, seriously, because I'm going to be honest.
How can you honestly say that?
I don't think it's a good thing that we have to do that. But what I'm saying is, nothing is untraceable. Even before they changed the comment system or made you use your real name, I could have still found out. Like if you sent me an email one time, I could have typed your email in Google and gotten your YouTube account. and looked at everything you did on YouTube?
Bet you couldn't.
I could.
No,
you could have. Yeah, you could, because I can see what recent videos you looked at. Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Dude, yes, you could.
Well, when the show's over, when the
used-
show's over, prove it to me.
If you used,
I don't believe you.
If you used your email address to sign up on YouTube, I could find you that way.
You can't find everything I've looked at, though. You can't.
There was a little thing on your YouTube profile page. There's like a recent videos. It's ones you commented on, or things like that, or recent uploads that you made. But it's recent
uploads, sure, of course.
Yeah, but recent ones you commented on was listed. So if you commented and you said, "Hey, fat girl eating the cupcake, that's real hot."
Yeah, you're right. I think you could like see comments.
Will you
right
eat a
about
raspberry cupcake next?
You're right about that. You're right about. I think you are right about that.
I don't think I can see every single one.
You can't see my watch history.
But
you
I don't
can't
think I can see that now.
But now Google wants it so you can.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Let's look this up because I don't want that either. So
that's what I'm saying. Dude.
I thought you were saying just like the recent videos that you commented on, things like that.
No, because the way Google wants it now is that your Google Plus account and Google Plus, that's you. That's like their version of Facebook. So it's almost like everything you do on YouTube is immediately shared on your Facebook now. But only it's not Facebook, it's Google Plus. Yes. So, like, if you use your real name, like you said, Carl, I'm in your circle. I'm in your Google Plus circle, so I can just what's Mark been looking at on YouTube? Let's see what's under what he's been looking at because it's his real name. Why can't I find him? Why can't I see his entire search history?
Okay, I'm going on your Google Plus right now. Okay.
Well, no, that's not a good example because I've completely like obliterated my Google Plus.
Yeah, you did.
Because I'm so paranoid.
Okay, let's try somebody else I know.
Try Liz Davis.
Okay.
Because she doesn't know anything about privacy settings or anything
Google
like that.
Plus. Okay, well, that's a different Liz Davis.
Is she on Google Plus?
I don't know.
Well, find someone who's dumb.
Well, let's look at this Liz Davis on Google Plus right now. She's an educator. Posts. It would go to posts, am I right?
I don't know. All I know is I've read one or two articles that freaked me out and made me really paranoid. So,
are you sure Alex Jones didn't write those articles?
1776! I'll die in the street for my guns!
Anyway.
See, I'm looking at this person's Google Plus, and it's not showing me, like, they watched this video, they watched this video. It doesn't have anything like that.
I mean, that's because that random person you might have clicked on might have changed their privacy settings like mine. But the articles I've read, they made it out to be that Google wants everything in one entire integrated piece. So that, like, if I'm friends with you and you let me in my circle, because the way they want it to be is where you can have your public friends, which is like quote unquote your coworkers, your bosses, stuff like that. Elizabeth Davis. So they can have like your public friends circle, and you can have like your friends circle. You follow me so far? So like. If I let you into my quote unquote friend circle,
let me into your circle.
You can look at my shit.
I'm in your circle, but I can't see any of your shit.
But that's because I made it that way. But Google wants to change that, and it all has to do for the third time. Here's my letter, but it all has to do with using your real name. And Google's only like giving you a transition right now. They're giving you the option, but eventually they are.
I really don't think they're going to let us see everybody's YouTube videos. That's an invasion of privacy. They're not going to do that. Google's not going to do that. They may say, do you want to post that you watched this or something like that, but they're not going to just automatically put that Mark watched a fat girl eating a cupcake on your, even if you never changed your stuff twice.
At 3 in the morning.
At 3 in the morning. They're not going to put that on there. And your search, they're not going to put like Mark searched for fat girl feeding video and a girl on a fucking stationary bike eating a sandwich. They're not gonna.
I hope you're right, man.
I don't think they're gonna do that because
I hope you're right.
And Google is one of the good guys, even though that they. I'm serious. hear me out. Even though that they do a lot of tracking and things like that, I think Google is better than even Facebook in their use of
Facebook
those
are
things.
scumbags.
Facebook
They're
is a bunch of scumbags.
Dude, they can't wait to sell your shit.
Oh,
they
yeah.
can't wait to sell your information.
Did you know Facebook tracks you after you
log out?
Log out?
Yeah.
To wherever site you go, it knows where you go.
Actually, the same article where I'm so paranoid about Google Plus, they mentioned that.
See, now that is insane. There's got to be a way to block that too, because that is just.
I think they said that there's third-party apps where you can download to specifically block that, but you can't really do anything about it from Facebook in itself. You can't. There's no privacy settings you can manipulate where it will not do that, because you agree to that just by signing up to Facebook. Isn't that scary though? By the way, I've always thought, man, when you're watching porn, you see like share on Facebook or like Reddit.
Who shares the porn that they're watching? I'm with you. 100%.
What is that for, dude? Who does that? Oh, this is a great gangbang. Share it. Timeline.
Yeah, like who does that? Like
does that, dude?
I've never met anybody that does that. I've never met anybody.
Dude, my biggest fear, I think I have recurring nightmares about it. My biggest fear
Accidentally
is
sharing your porn?
Yeah, like I'm like heavy-handed because I'm using my left hand because I'm jacking off. I just like left kick the F button. Shared.
And then everybody sees Mark was watching like fucking 16 guy gangbang
and
on a fucking 19-year-old fat girl or something like that.
I couldn't like catch it in time, so the delete, because you know how you only have like a time window to delete things, right? I'm like, oh, dude. At that point, you commit suicide or move out of your city. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucked, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think next show we should like try to locate some poor bastard who actually did accidentally share
or does it on purpose.
Well, there's actually been stories of that on like Reddit of people who like they were like using Skype and they like were okay. One story in particular, there was a girl who fucking was masturbating using Skype, and when I say masturbating, I mean the camera was like fucking up in her vag practically. Okay,
vag cam,
and she accidentally shared it on her Facebook. Okay, and this was all documented. It actually happened. You're panning me right now. It fucking is really pissing me off. But it was actually like uploaded to her Facebook.
Oh goddamn!
Her vag, like
her
up
vag,
close.
her vag is just all up
like
on Facebook.
You know POV porn. It was like that. Like it was like in your face vag, dude. Her just DJing it. You know what I mean? So could you imagine that? Like your mom, your aunt.
That's funny.
Your stepdad. You know, like, could you imagine that, dude? Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's a brave new scary world, dude. It really is.
God, that's so good though. You know how good that is? Like just that people are sharing their fucking porn on Facebook.
It's not good, dude.
It's so good. It's the world is going to turn into.
Why is it good?
No, it's not good in a good way. It's good like for people that want to laugh at
it's
other
good
people.
For trolls like you. Yeah, sure. But
I mean, I'm not sharing porn.
What about us who actually want to work in corporate America?
I have my Facebook set so no one can see what I post at any time unless you're on my friends list. So I'm not going to add someone just because I don't know them.
Yeah, dude, but you have a lot of friends. And I'm sure all those people are not like your fucking trusted brothers and sisters.
But I know them all.
It doesn't matter. Why does that matter?
What are they going to do? They're going to call my employer and be like, Carl uploaded some porn or something.
This is what they do, dude. Let's say, I know you personally, so let's say you pissed off a girl and you're still friends with her. You haven't given it an afterthought. And she's like, you know what? I know this about Carl. I'm going to fucking email this to his boss. And she's in your friends list.
But what is she going to email? A screenshot of something?
You doing something, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Are you forgetting corporate America? Doesn't take much to get fired, bro.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not going to fire me because someone emailed in something.
Yes, it happens all the time.
They would have to see it. What? But what am I posting on there that someone?
Dude, people get fired for like their Facebook posts all the time.
But I'm not posting something that could get me fired anyways. I'm not ever going to post something on there that I think could get me in hot water with somebody.
Okay, but what if this malicious friend of yours was like, I easily found this on Carl's Facebook account, and I think anyone could find this just as easily as I did. Your boss comes in the next day, is like, Carl, apparently this is like easily accessible information on your Facebook account.
But what is it? What is the?
I don't know. Let's say you dogfight. Let's say you.
But see, I don't put anything on there. I personally will not put anything on there that could jeopardize my career.
Yeah.
And that, I mean,
but a lot of people do, though.
Those people are fucking dumb because anybody can see anything, just like you said. So, and I'm not going to sit there and say that Google's not going to do that, but I don't think they are because of that very reason. And if they did start doing that, you know how many people would leave Google and just leave it behind? Because they would face a nightmare.
I think that's about to happen, actually. Mm-hmm. I really do, man.
Yeah.
And I really think that Google's getting a lot of really... why are you rubbing your tits?
I don't know.
I really think that Google's getting a lot of negative feedback right now about what they're trying to do. I think they're getting a lot... I think they're taking the whole concept of Facebook and fucking running with it, dude. And it's not working out.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Mahogany and Fur. I'm Carl, and that was Mark.
Mahogany and Fur.
Aces and Eights Tattoos.
Located at 644 Canton Road in Akron. 644 Canton Road, Akron. Ohio's premier tattoo and piercing parlor. Check out their Facebook page. Just search Aces and Eights. See art by Rose, Chris, and all the piercings by Bill. Give them a call at 330-733-7122. 330-733-7122.
Wake the Dead.
The 8th Annual Valley Mystery Dinner Theater.
Saturday, February 1st, 2014, 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. at the Georgetown, 5945 South Avenue, Boardman, Ohio, 44512.
All proceeds go to the Montessori School of the Mahoning Valley.
Tickets available for purchase at valleymysterytheater.com.
Smith Snapshots in Akron is the one stop for all of your photography needs. From wedding photos to full-on shoots, we can even provide models if you need a beautiful woman to make your photos pop. You can check us out on Facebook. Just search Smith Snapshots or give us a call to check out our portfolio at 330-790-1361. Again, call Bill at Smith Snapshots at 330-790-1361.
Cleveland's only independent talk. WTMT. Cleveland.
Mahogany and Fur.
Now, who's hot, who not? Tell me who rock, who sell out in the stores. You tell me who flop, who cop the blue drop, who jewels got box, who's mostly dope, she down to the tube top. The same old pimp, base, you know ain't nothing changed but my limp. Can't stop till I see my name on the blimp. Guarantee a million sales, call it level up. You don't believe in Harlem World, nigga, double up. We don't play around, it's a bet, lay it down. Niggas didn't know me 91, bet they know me now. I'm the young Harlem nigga with the Goldie sound. Yeah, no TV, niggas hold me down. Cooler, school me to the game, now I know my duty. Stay humble, stay low, blow like Hootie. True pimp, niggas spin no dough on the booty.
The more problems we see. It's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see.
You better see me die than see me fly. I call all the shots, rip all the spots, rock all the rocks, cop all the drops. I know you thinking now when all the ball is stopped. Nigga never home, gotta throw me on the yacht. 10 years from now, we'll still be on top. Yo, I thought I told you that we won't stop. Now what you gonna do? Like your money much longer than yours, and a team much stronger than yours. Violate me, this a BO day. We don't play, mess around, be DOA, be on your way. Cause it ain't enough time here, ain't enough lime here for you to shine here. Deal with many women, but treat down's fair. And I'm bigger than the city lights down at Times Square. Yeah.
The more problems we see. It's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see.
PIG, no info for the PEA. Federal agents mad cause I'm flagrant. Tap myself and the phone in the basement. My team supreme, stay clean. Triple B, lyrical dream. I see at all events bent. Gats in holsters, girls on shoulders. Playboy, I told you, me and Mike to be bruise too much, I lose too much. Step on stage, the girls boo too much. I guess it's cause you run with lame dudes too much. My touch, never that. If I did, ain't no problem. We get the gap where the true players at. Throw your roadies in the sky, wave them side to side, and keep your hands high. Like I'm on the eye. Player please, lyrically, nigga see, B.I.G.B. flossing, jig on the cover of Fortune, 500. Here's my phone number, you man, got the know, I got the dough, got the flow down, pizzazz, flat the plus, like Zizak, dangerous on Trizac, leave your ass Zizak.
The more problems we see. The more money we come across, the more problems we see. The more money we come across, the more problems we see. What's going on? What's going on?
Listen to the rejoin, right?
It's impossible to live up to their standards, so they aren't even trying either. Welcome back to Mahogany and Fur.
Okay, hey, Mahogany and Fur, we're back. Had to go get a shot.
Pearl Jam's epic. Oh, hit loud.
That's not Pearl Jam.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Who is it?
That's
Pearl Jam.
That's Far Behind by Candlebox.
Some man.
Yeah, that's Candlebox.
Oh, shit, you're right. Okay, my bad.
Here.
Dude, I always thought that was Pearl Jam. No, man. But you did it anyway. Dude, that's a great song, man. Dude, you know how I know I'm getting old, man?
Because you like songs like this?
I pine for shit like this, man. I pine for it. Like any modern band, I'm like, oh shit, that band's awesome. And like other people who are younger than me, they're like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. This band's epic.
No, this band's epic.
Yeah.
Dredge.
Thank
Dredge
you.
is fucking epic.
Thank you. Fucking Middle Class Rut, even though they had that one hit wonder, I love that song, dude, because it reminded me of the 90s.
Yeah. What was that band you were talking about going to see on Monday? I never really got to really even hear them.
Fuck. What was their name, dude? I can't even tell you, man. But they sounded great, right?
Yeah. I liked what I heard.
It was a word, but there was like 2 letters taken off the word, but still like said the word. Anyway, yeah.
We'll have to go up to Grog Shop sometime and check out a show that's coming there.
Dude, we really should
want to go into a show and that I don't know who it is.
You know what? I've kind of like been down on it, man. Like I used to go to concerts all the time, dude.
I went to see Newfound Glory.
How was that?
I kind of felt like I was too old for it.
Because you are.
Yeah. Like I'm not.
Well,
for the music.
no. Actually, no. That's weird. Because that's your generation of music.
Right, and I wasn't too old for the music. I was just too old to be at the show.
So what you're saying is, like, Newfound Glory, the people at the concert were, like, fucking young as shit for some reason.
Yeah. What I want to start
Even though the band was from the early 2000s.
They're our age. The Newfound Glory is 30.
Right, yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, I want to go to the Grog Shop and just watch shows that I don't know the band. So just walk in, like, pay the $5, $10 cover, walk in, have a beer, and listen to the band play.
Honestly, I've done that. I've done that several times, and I've had a blast every time.
Let's do it.
Because you walk in, you have no expectations. You go there to drink. I go there to drink and listen to live music.
Yeah.
And then, like, fucking like clockwork, after a few drinks, I'm like, holy shit, this band's not bad.
Dude, I went to Pittsburgh last week to see Newfound Glory and Alkaline Trio and H2O, and H2O were amazing.
Whoa. You saw Alkaline Trio.
And they were great. I don't normally like
I'm an Alkaline Trio kind of guy.
See, I don't really like them that much. They were amazing.
I know.
They were amazing live. I'd never really got into listening to them. They have a few good songs that I'll listen to that I'll put on, like, my iPod or whatever, but they were great live. And H2O, if you've never listened to H2O, fucking awesome.
What do they sound like?
It's like fast, like hardcore pop punk, but not like screaming. Like, it's like, he's like, like it's fast, like hardcore.
Who would you compare them to that I would know of?
Nobody.
That's not a good sign.
7 seconds.
Try again.
Set your goals.
Try again. You're so indie, bro. You're so indie.
Damn, I'm indie. I don't know. Like, they've been around for like 25 years, and they opened
like 25 years.
They have been, yeah. Seriously, H2O.
They're oldest, like still punking out.
Yeah, and they were great. They were fucking great. The crowd, there was like 10 people in the crowd that really liked them, and everybody else was there for like Alkaline Trio and them.
Yeah.
And they were right in the front. The people that were crazy, and the guy like went off the stage and was like handing the mic to the people, and they were singing. He like gave the mic to a kid in the audience for like the whole song, and the kid was just singing the whole song. It was really good, really good.
I mean, when you're actually in the concert, in the moment, in the heat of the moment, and you're there, that's awesome. But like, when you're like watching on YouTube, you're like, give the fucking mic back to the singer.
Right. So this week coming up, we should go to the garage shop one night, pick a night out of the night. We won't even. I don't even.
Let's go tonight. No, it's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick. I don't want to listen to the band before we go either. Like on YouTube or anything. I just want to pick a night that there's a band playing. We'll look it up. We'll look up the thing. We'll pick a night.
When it's actually open. Okay.
We'll just go. We won't listen to the band beforehand because there are no expectations.
Totally down, dude.
That's how I found Dredge.
That's what I do, man.
That's how I found Dredge when they first made that first CD that they made with like the movement tracks. There was like Movement 1, Movement 2, Movement 3. I went to Best Buy and I said I'm going to buy a CD of a band I've never heard of based on the cover of the album and the packaging. And this was like
that's ballsy.
It was a gatefold, so it was like, not the plastic CD case. It was like the paper CD case where it folds out. It's kind of thick cardboard like.
Yeah.
And I put that in and immediately fell in love with it. I never had heard of them before that. They had just released it like a month before that. Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Bought it. Fell in love with Dredge. Just over that, buying a CD at at Best Buy, not knowing who they were.
That's awesome, man.
And this was like 2000 or whenever they started making music.
An ex-girlfriend of mine introduced me to Dredge back in, this had to be like 2004, and I fell in love with them then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dredge is awesome. Band. They really are.
I also want to get a band in here to play for us.
Well, the last time we did that, the actual, like, it turned out really well, but the recording sounded like shit. That was our fault. Because
but see, now we got everything figured out where we're not overdriving and stuff like that. I think it's going to be...
but I feel like if we touch things right now, it's going to fuck up.
Well, I don't have to do anything to this stuff. All we have to do is plug them into here and get the levels right. So as long as we keep the levels low and I can adjust the levels while we're going on the fly, because we didn't have...
Are you sure? Because it sounds like Famous Last Words.
I think we can do it. We're going to get a band in here maybe next week. I will talk to people. Not a whole band. Maybe someone with a piano.
Well, let's start off slow. Let's start off with, like, maybe one guy with a guitar.
I'm going to put an ad on Craigslist in the musician section if you're a musician. And I'm going to look for Cleveland-based musicians on YouTube, on Facebook, and things like that. I know this one band called Mouth Blood. They're a girl and a guy with acoustic guitars, and they sit outside and literally play outside for quarters, and they play their own songs.
What kind of music is it?
Just like acoustic punk.
Why are they called Mouth?
Because that's the greatest name for a band that's ever existed, Mouth Blood.
No, man.
I love that name.
I disagree.
I love it. And they were great. And you know what's funny? This guy came up. I was watching them outside of the West Side Market, and this guy came up to them and was like, "You can't play here." This guy, security guard. And another guy came out and was like, "What are you doing, sir?" to the security guard. And the guy was like the director of the West Side Market. He was like, "I don't want these kids playing here." He goes, "You leave them alone. They're allowed to play wherever they want." And that was awesome. It was incredible.
Is awesome.
Like, the guy was an old guy. He wasn't listening to them. He was just like, let them do it. Let them play. They're not bothering anyone.
Well, the guy in charge, he was awesome. He was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But the security guard was not a douchebag. He was not.
No.
He was just doing his job.
He was just doing his job. Yeah. I want to do that. I want to start a band that's just acoustic, and I go and sit outside someplace and just play for quarters.
Okay, Mouth Blood. Here's the thing. I've always wondered why, like, bands, like, that's like fucking self-limiting, dude. You don't name your okay. You want to name your band something that sticks out, something that's memorable,
Right.
But you
the
don't
Wrong
want
Side
to.
of Reason was totally memorable.
Dude, everyone I've ever told the name of our band to, they're like, "That's a great name."
It is. Wasn't it a great name? You know what? I hated Ruat Kaloum. I hated that band name. Nobody could pronounce it. It was
I got a
bad
question
band
for
name.
you actually about Ruat Kaloum. It's spelled wrong.
It is spelled wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
What is that?
Because you say it Ruat, and so the original reason why it was spelled wrong is because the dude spelled it wrong when he picked the band name. That was before I was even in it. And they just spelled it wrong and left it that way because it was how it's pronounced, so people could say it easier, but still people were like, Ruat Kalum? Ruit? Like, people would still say it wrong. It was a terrible band name because nobody knew how to pronounce it. I hated
honestly,
that band
I
name.
always hated the band name, to be honest with you. I mean, you guys sounded great, but I always hated the band
Yeah,
name.
I hated the band name.
It was just, it didn't fit you guys. It was just some weird, ambiguous, like,
Yeah.
It might as well have been Chinese, dude.
Yeah,
It might as well
exactly.
have been, like, Cantonese.
You know, I never knew what we should have called ourselves, but I never liked it either. And I was just like, whatever. It's whatever it is. It's our band name. You can't change it after.
I think it, like, you guys should have changed it, like,
immediately,
as soon as possible.
Right, and you can't change it once you've got a record out and things like that.
But I think that's why you guys like kept it for as long as you did, because you already had like a little bit of a fan base.
Yeah.
You kept it,
You
but
can't-
I think
we all hated it eventually, and it was just like, it was pointless to use it.
It was solely not a punk band name at
No,
all.
not at
dude.
all.
It was so what?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So anyway.
The Wrong Side of Reason, like you said though, everybody that I've ever told the name to is like, that's a great name.
They're like, oh, that's so great.
How did we come up with that?
You came up with it.
I don't know
know.
how. I don't remember how we came up with that.
You're smoking cigarettes and nicotine overdosing one night. I don't fucking know, dude. Wrong Side of Reason.
Were we in like Eric's basement and we just were like, what should we name ourselves before a show or something? Or
Dude,
what?
all I know is, man, you get all the credit when it comes to the name of that band.
That was a good name. I like that.
It was a
name.
great name. Great name.
That was a fun band. We should do a reunion show when Eric comes into town. I'm not even kidding. We should fucking just play a show somewhere.
That's a lot of pressure. By the way, he's coming into town in 2 weeks.
We should do it.
That's not going to happen.
Dude,
but
I
okay.
could totally get us on a show at the Grog Shop.
Let's
I know her.
just not do that because it'd be horrible.
It'd be so funny.
It'd be a fucking debacle, dude.
It'd be hilarious. We'd have to find a drummer and a bassist, and it'd be the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That'd be like laugh at us funny, but not laugh with us funny.
I know. People would be
You
like,
know?
let's go. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah.
I think we
These
should
guys
do
are
it.
terrible.
I got
Yeah.
Peter. He can play the drums on it because he's a really good drummer. And we got, we find a bassist.
So first off,
fuck, we played a show half a show without a bassist at all. So,
dude, I would never forget that, man.
oh, there's our bassist. He's fucking late. Like,
do you remember we were all on stage? We were like in like song number 2.
Yeah.
And Eric comes up like Jesus through the Red Sea.
Yes.
And you go, oh shit. There's our bass player. He was supposed to be here an hour ago. And the entire crowd's like,
on the recording of that, you hear it like because the recording was direct from the board, but the recording was direct on the board. So
I was
you really,
off tune.
Oh, the whole thing was just a train wreck. I'm like, I'm waiting for the fucking reverb on the mic, and I'm like, bah. Can I get some reverb on the mic? Bah. It's not there.
Train wreck, dude.
But
you know what, though, man?
If we would have worked harder on the songs and really like perfected them, they could have been great. And the singing was fucking awful.
Cut
Awful.
you off, dude. If we would have had the discipline we have now, back then,
yes,
we would have been.
But we were kids.
Amazing.
We were 20. We were in our early 20s.
And here's the thing, dude.
You weren't even 20 yet. I don't.
Dude,
think.
here's the thing. We had fun.
I had so much fun.
We had so much fucking.
My one worst memory of
groupies, bro.
We had
Like,
groupies.
it was awesome.
That one chick that slept with everybody in the band except like Phil.
No, there were several that slept with everyone in the band.
That's true. The one show that I'll always remember more than anything in the entire world.
It's funny because it's true.
There's 2 shows. One was at the Odeon before it closed. We played at the Odeon.
So nervous.
And there was nobody there. So, but that was a nerve-wracking show.
Wait, no. Here's the thing.
Who did
when we first went on the stage at the Odeon, there was no one fucking there.
And then there was a ton of people.
There was probably like 50 people.
Yeah.
When we first went on, right? I remember playing the first song and there's no one there. I'm like, whatever, no biggie. Okay, we're the first fucking opening act. No one there.
I don't even remember.
I
what
remember
the show was.
last song we played, and like I was very like.
Was the last song we played?
I was very
bored?
camera shy back then. Like I would rock out. I would
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just didn't want to look at the crowd.
Eric stood there completely still the entire time. Remember?
Wait, which Eric?
Guitar Eric.
Oh, Griffin.
He's like,
yeah, that's
he
Eric.
didn't move.
That's
he
Eric.
didn't fucking move one bit.
He's so prog rock, dude. He's a prog rock guy, dude. He doesn't.
Eric, the bass player, was like,
yeah, he was jamming out. He was getting his soul on.
Yeah, he was.
But dude, I remember the very last song. I looked up and the room had filled times 3.
Yeah,
and we actually got applause.
Did we play Bored for the last song? Do you remember?
No, we went off one of our originals.
We played Bored, I know, that show, and I remember that's when I got mad at Eric for going, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
He did that for every show.
I know, but that's the one show I remember getting really fucking mad where we're playing.
Do you remember when we played that fucking random dive bar in Youngstown?
Kent?
It was Youngstown.
Was it? No.
Yeah.
Was
It
that
was-
when we
it
were
was
stoned
Youngstown,
outside the
dude.
bar?
Yes.
And then I went in and we played like really weird, and I was like facing the drummer the entire
You would not face the crowd to save your fucking life, dude. I know. And that one random like bar rat came was like, dude, I don't know if this means anything to you guys, but I've been listening to Deftones since they came out, and you guys fucking covered that song better than Deftones.
I remember
and that
that.
made the whole night worth it.
I was totally happy with that. And the funny part is, I was facing the drummer the entire time.
Right, right, yeah, it was awful, dude. It was a debacle as usual.
We played the Deftones song better than our own songs. That's
Yeah, dude. And the thing is, man, if anybody's listening right now, dude, like if there's like a young indie band, go say something to them.
Yeah, that makes
they
you
need
feel
that.
awesome.
Because for us, that made the whole entire night.
Oh my
worth
god.
it.
It sucked the entire night because we were stoned and it just felt fucking
Yeah,
weird.
dude,
I never got stoned for a show after that again. Like for any show
I
I've
don't
ever
blame
done.
you. Don't blame me.
It scared the shit out of me. I was like nervous when I'm not stoned.
Because it makes you
fine.
paranoid.
Yeah. I'll get,
Because it was some shit weed, so it made you really paranoid.
dude, I'll get stoned. I mean, I'll get drunk before shows any day of the week. And some were at Clume shows. I don't know. I don't think you were at the shows, but when you would watch us, it would start off I was sober. By the end of the show, I was just sloppy drunk because I would be like, bring me another whiskey or bring me another beer. And
the booze kicked in, yeah.
I would just keep drinking the entire show. And by the end of it, but I do remember Ruat Clume's first show when we got out and we were at Pitt, Cleveland. And we were, I was like, I'm not coming out right away. I'm just going to let you guys go out and play the riff of the beginning song.
Look at you, David Bowie.
So the beginning song,
fucking drama queen.
Yeah. So the beginning song had like a dun.
You guys go out first, and I'll come out.
But it was cool because it was like the beginning of the song was like dun 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 dun. It was like it's a guitar riff, and then everything came in, singing, screaming. Everyone was doing something crazy all at once. So that moment hits, and like the first note, when everything comes in, the vocals start too. So I ran out and I just drop kicked the guitar player. I ran across the street.
Who, Boomer?
Yeah, I jumped in the air, both feet, and kicked him in the back. Like, I don't know why I did it. He fell. He's playing. It's like, and he's still playing. There's just blood from my face on the ground. It was the most insane thing I've ever done in my life.
You guys are so hardcore.
It was crazy because it was fun, and that made the people in the crowd just go a million times more insane.
Right.
I can't stand these local bands that'll be up there and they're just completely still.
Shoegazers.
Yeah, and they're and they don't have any stage presence. Even like
I've always said, dude. Here's my model.
stage
Carl.
presence is 50%.
Exact, dude.
It's more than 50%. It's like 75%.
Dude. Honestly, some of my favorite bands live sound like shit.
Yeah.
But their actual energy.
You know, Glassjaw sounds like shit live. I think.
Actually, no, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't think Daryl can sing live.
I'm sorry, dude. Here's the thing. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so normally I would agree with you.
Yeah.
If you watch YouTube videos of Glassjaw, Daryl and Chino, sound awful.
Yeah, they do.
The band
Yeah.
sounds great. They sound awful. When you're actually there,
it's amazing.
Daryl and Chino are fucking amazing.
You know why?
Dude.
You know what it is? It's because it's so intense and you're in that moment. And they're two of the most amazing, intense bands. To
And they're
see
very
live.
and the thing that Daryl and Chino have in common is they're very theatrical.
Yes. And I think that's part of being in a band. And I think that's what the Wrong Side of Reason sort of lacked when we were doing it. But that was my.
I tried.
That was my first time on the stage, like really in a band on stage. And I think it was one of yours, wasn't it?
No, it was absolute first time. It was. I think it was all our virgin popping cherries
I
kind
think
of deal.
that is what happens in your popping cherry type deal. It's like you don't really know. And then in Ruat Klum, I kind of like was like, okay, I've got to act completely different than we did in that. I'll never forget, though, at one of Ruat Klum's shows, this kid comes up to me. He goes, hey, man, that was an awesome show. Can I talk to you? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. He goes, were you the singer of The Wrong Side of Reason? And I was like...
You've told me that before, and it just blows my mind.
He was in another band that played with us, played with Ruat Klum that night. And then after they played first, and we were, like, headlining the show. And I always hated that shit. I didn't want to fucking headline every show. I like to play when, like...
Wait, who says that? What do you mean?
I don't know, I felt like...
The fuck? Who
do you think you are, you son of a bitch?
Don't bullshit me, dude.
It was fun. It was awesome, like, being top biller on the shows. That was fucking amazing. Like, it'd be like... On the flyers, it would say Ruat Klum at the top, and then, like, Morning After and Cora Adley and
dude,
fucking
that's what you
the
want.
Infamous Mr. White.
You
and then,
want
like,
to be
the
successful,
bands, the little bands below it, and then Ruat Klum's huge on the top. That was cool, but, like, headlining the show, I always felt like...
Was it pressure?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was. I don't know.
I think that's normal. I think you got to get over that, though.
But when I would go on stage, especially after The Wrong Side of Reason, I learned...
Kurt Cobain killed himself over pressure.
Yeah. And The Wrong Side of Reason kind of taught me not to give a fuck what the people are doing out in the crowd, or, like, thinking out in the crowd. Like, in The Wrong Side of Reason, I was always concerned about the people out in the crowd. Like, I was always like, man, I hope they like it, blah, 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 blah. In Ruat Klum, I didn't give a fuck if they liked it, if they fucking hated it, if they walked away, big deal, big fucking deal. The Wrong Side of Reason taught me that, being that it was the cherry popping band, and that was our first experience on stage. I kind of learned, like, I'd be like, go crazy. I would talk to them. Obviously, you got to talk to them. But in The Wrong Side of Reason...
For our band?
No,
or
Ruat Klum. I would talk...
I don't know.
In Ruat Klum, I would talk to the crowd and, rile them up and, kill each other and fucking go crazy. You know what I mean? Like... But in The Wrong Side of Reason, it was more like I was more reserved, and I think that I let that go.
I honestly, I always noticed that when we were in a band together, and I wish you didn't hold back, because, like, when we would, like, practice and, like, rehearse, you were having fun, you were letting loose,
and I was just nervous.
And you're a personable guy. You're very charismatic. And I wish you would have just, like, let that wall down and, like, carry that over.
Immediately, the first time I was on stage with Ruat Klum, it was gone. Like, I never felt that reservedness. And I don't know if it's just because it was, like, I was more, not experienced, because still, I mean, I was in one band.
It's a different band. It's a different vibe.
Yeah, it was. That was more, like, I feel like, even though the Ruat Klum lyrics were kind of angry, I feel like we were more like a fun band.
You were, yeah.
And, like,
no, you totally were.
And, like, The Wrong Side of Reason was more angry and
totally,
dark.
Totally, dude. Like, totally, yeah. So,
and I was trying to portray that, too. Like, we're like a dark band, and we're not going to, like, jump around and smile and tell everybody, like, yeah, everybody, woo! Like, in Ruat Klum, we'd be like, now it's the dance part.
But there's,
like, I remember
there's dark bands that do that all the time, though.
You're right. Right.
Dude, have you ever seen Daryl Palumbo's lyrics for Glass Jaw?
Fuck yeah. And I remember in Ruat Klum, I'd be like, I want every, I would be up there, and there's, like, one part of the song. It's, like, a really dancey, like, it was like, be like, I want everybody to fucking dance together now, and I want you to love each other and go crazy with each other and blah, blah, blah. And then the next part was like this, like, just fast part, and I'd be like, kill each other.
Yeah, that's awesome,
like,
man.
It was like that, but, like, in The Wrong Side of Reason, I always felt like more like everything was like...
I think you were trying to be Maynard too hard.
Yeah.
We're not Tool, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And it was the first time, so I totally understand that. And now, like, with my DJ sets, I, like, try and jump up on the tables. I, like, go out in the crowd, and I go nuts with people during a fucking DJ set. And I don't see DJs doing that. And I try to, like, bring, like, the aspect of, like, a punk show to a DJ set. And that's part of what I do when I DJ now. Is, like, I'm trying to make it like a rock show where people are going insane and nuts rather than bouncing around to some fucking DJ playing a song. I, like, want to be like, and most DJs you see are just like, all right, guys, thank me.
Dude, like, here's what I take away from, like, my entire, like, concert experiences from over the decades, okay?
Was that the only band you played in, by the way? Really?
That actually played shows, yes. Yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
I think about it sometimes. But
I miss it so badly.
I do miss it, to be honest with you. I do miss it, but right now, currently, I'm so focused on different aspects of my life that anything I did as far as, like, music projects would be just for fun, and let's just see how far it goes. It wouldn't be like, put it this way, if I were to actually join a band and we sounded good and I believed in us, I would go fucking balls out business. Like, no, dude, you're not good. You're not good. This is what you need to do. This is what I need to do.
Right.
I'm not good at this. This is what you need to make up for, blah, blah. I would,
Right.
Dude, Mark, 30-year-old Mark compared to 20-year-old Mark, completely different
We'd
side
be
of
in
the
a
band.
totally different band right now. I mean, it'd
Dude.
be the business aspect of the band would be completely
Honestly,
different.
I mean, honestly, dude, you might hate me because I would be a fucking Nazi.
So would I, because what I learned in Rec Clume and anything after that, I mean, I played in like a grindcore band after that for like 6 months maybe. It was called If I Were the Storm and You Were the Tree.
Yeah.
And we did like a couple shows. We played with this one band. They were like on the same aspect of like Dillinger Escape Plan. Like they were like big, like Dillinger Escape Plan back when Dillinger Escape Plan came out and everybody went to see them. Oh, it was called Into the Moat.
We saw Daughters.
Yeah. They were called Into the Moat. And I remember playing that show at the Fantasy. And it was like the first band was a hardcore band and they had like the fucking leather things on their arms with the spikes sticking out. And the guy was like a fat kid and he was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, there was this picture, and it was one of my favorite pictures of me singing in my entire life. But this was all screaming, like screamy shit, like just high pitched, fucking insane shit that we were doing. It was totally weird because it was me and Boomer, and people from Rec Clume shows, fans, would be like, "Oh, they're playing." All we had to do was say, ex-members of Rec Clume, and people would show up at the shows, which was like, the fuck? Like
That's crazy, man.
Pack shows. So, but people didn't realize it was completely the other side of Rec Clume.
Yeah.
And we would do these shows, and that one, man, I remember there was this picture of me. The lights are all fucking red. We had like a lighting guy with us that was always come with us. The lights were fucking red as shit. It was
Chris Thibodeau?
No, I think he was gone by then, but
I was
not
joking.
Dead, but
I was joking.
Yeah. I mean, Chris did come to all our shows, though.
God, I fucking love that guy.
Me too, man. I miss him a lot.
You know why God doesn't exist, Carl? Because Chris Brown is still alive and Chris Thibodeau is dead.
Dead, yeah, that's right, dude. I cried so hard when I like my dad told me I was at my parents' house.
Let's you know what we should have done, man. Just not to derail you,
yeah,
because I'm loving hearing these stories, but we should have done like some kind of like Chris Thibodeau memorial kind of like segment back towards Veterans Day.
We should do it next year. We should do it. Fuck it, we'll do it like in 2 weeks. We'll just do one for him.
I mean, it's kind of like...
I wish I had, like, audio of Chris Thibodeau, like, or something of him talking, or, like, video.
I remember that fucking guy with his fucking shit-eating grin.
Dude, I was in a band with Chris Thibodeau, and we played at my graduation party.
He was such a great person,
I was in a band with Chris Thibodeau and his brother and some other kid, and we played, what was that band? What was that band? Chop Suey? Yeah.
System of a Down?
Yeah, we played System of a Down covers the entire time, and my grandma yelled at us for playing too loud. We played...
you guys probably sound like ass.
Oh, no,
man.
we knew the songs perfectly because they were already written. It's harder to write your own songs.
Wait, who played what?
Chris Thibodeau's brother played drums.
For the listeners right now, Chris Thibodeau is our
friend.
Our fucking brother who died in combat over in Afghanistan.
Yep.
He was a helicopter pilot, and the thing about this guy is he died living his dream. So, I mean, if I was this guy's kid, and he has a son, if I was this guy's kid, I would be so fucking proud. He died doing what he loved to do.
What made it the worst thing after he died? I mean, he's dead and stuff like that, and it sucks. I went over to his mom's house, and I was... it was very weird to go over there. Literally, because me and him got in a fight, and we didn't talk for years. And then we started talking on Facebook again, and he was like, I got an old motorcycle too. Because I had just gotten my 81 Kawasaki, and then I added him. I went on there, and I was like, you know what, Chris Thibodeau. And I looked him up, and I added him on Facebook.
Real quick, how could you ever hate Chris Thibodeau?
We'll get into that next time, because we don't have a lot of time today.
Okay.
Because it's already 10, but I think it's 10 o'clock, isn't it? Yep, it's 10. But anyways, we'll keep going for a little bit here.
10 exactly.
So I go on Facebook, and I was like, I'm going to look up Chris Thibodeau, because why the fuck are we not friends? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And this was like 3 or 4 years after that we didn't become friends. So it was a long time not seeing him, not talking to him, blah, blah, blah. So I go on there, and I wrote him, found him, I sent him a friend request, I sent him a message, I said, look, I'm sorry for, that we were in a fight. I'm going to man up right here and be like, it was my fault that we're in a fight. I wish that it never happened. I wish we would have been able to be friends the past 3 years. Immediately after I send that and the friend request, I get a friend request. Like, he accepted my friend's request and sent a message back like 5 minutes later. He's like, hey, Carl, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, my God, yeah.
Thibodeau, yeah, dude.
And he's like, oh, look at your pictures. You have this old motorcycle, and I have an old motorcycle, too. It's like we were brothers, dude. Seriously. And he was like, when I get back from Afghanistan, I'm going in like a month or something like that. When I get back from Afghanistan, I got to get my bike and stuff back to Ohio. How would you want to come down to Texas and ride all the way back with me? We'll like ride next to each other. My wife will drive the van and stuff or the thing. And I was like, dude, I was looking forward to that so much. We had like talked about it like 5 or 6 times. So I'm at my parents' house with my daughter because usually I bring her over there just so she can hang out with her kid or her grandparents and stuff. And I'm sleeping, and Carly wakes me up, and we go downstairs, and my dad's just sitting at the table. I'm like, all right. He had a weird look on his face. He's like, could you read this article? And I was like, all right, yeah. I saw the headline. It was like, combat veteran, or, army, whatever he was in, dies in the line of duty. And I was like, fuck. I knew it immediately, and I'm reading it. It said, like, Christopher Thibodeau, and I was like, I didn't, like, cry or anything, right? You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, oh. And so, like, Carly was like, Daddy, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing. And then I went upstairs, and I just was, like, crying like a baby. Like, upstairs. I didn't let anybody see it, but I was crying like a baby. So I go over to his mom's house, and I'm, like, talking to her, and everybody's there. And I just went over there by myself, and I rode my motorcycle over there. I don't know why. I was like, I got to ride for Chris. Like, I rode over there. And I'm talking to his mom, and his mom pulls me aside. She's like, Carl, I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay. She goes, when Chris graduated from basic training, he was one of the top people in his class, and he got to speak in front of his class in basic training class. And we were all sitting around, and we're listening to Chris talk, and he goes into this story, and he says, I've always wanted to be a pilot and blah, blah, blah. I never really cared about the mechanics of it. But my friend Carl Rico really got me into cars, and that really made me want to go into the mechanic sides of things, and I wouldn't be here today without Carl. And me and him were in a fight then, and I didn't talk to him, he didn't talk to me, we didn't know each other anymore. And that shit, I was like, I gotta go. Like, I was just like, he fucking mentioned me in his fucking commencement speech. Like, that sucked when she said that. It was awesome, but it also was, like, I wish he told me that when we were hanging out having a beer someplace.
I mean, that's life, dude. And especially for men, we don't really share our feelings.
Right.
Like, I love you, dude.
Yeah, me too, man.
But we don't... How often do we actually say that to each other? Like, it would be one of those... That's just how life is.
Yeah, one of us is dead in a car accident or some shit. We'll be like, oh, fuck, I love that kid.
Right.
And it sucks that Chris had to go so early, but he died. I hate when people say he died doing what he loved, because he didn't want to die doing what he loved. He just wanted to do what he loved. Doesn't make it better that he was doing what he loved when he died.
I think it does, though.
I like talking on the radio, but if I died right now, I wouldn't be happy that I died right doing this. I'd rather be like, with my daughter when I died, or like with my pregnant wife when I died.
Well, yeah, dude. If you say it like that, for sure, man. But I mean, honestly, there's a lot way worse ways to die, and I think that I think people like me, we take solace in the fact that he died doing his dream.
Right. And I think he died pretty much on impact too when the helicopter hit the ground, so he wasn't like injured and hurt. He died immediately. I take solace more in that he wasn't sitting there in pain and someone was like, but you know what I read on Facebook? Someone posted something about him like his ex-wife did, and underneath it there was a comment from one of his like comrades, you know what I mean? And it said, man, we did everything we could to save you, but we couldn't, and I'm so sad about that. Like, that's what the kid wrote. He's like, we tried so hard to save you, but there was nothing we could do, and I think about it every day. And I was just like, like, I lost it at that. That was hard to read when some kid's saying that. And then I'm like, oh, man, we had fun painting cars together. Like, this kid tried to save Chris Thibodeau's life. And I feel like...
No. That's nothing you wouldn't have done if you were there.
You're right. I would have saved it. I would have tried. I would have done everything I could. I would do everything I could to save your life.
Dude, you would have been freaking the fuck out, man. You would have fucking cut your own arm off to fucking give him blood. You would have tried everything, dude.
Yeah.
I know you would have, but...
I would do that for a certain select group of people. You know what I mean?
So I mean, it is, man.
What a downer to the show we're on right now, though. Like,
fuck, man. I'm sorry I brought it up, dude.
it's okay. Yeah,
we
no.
went from bands
Talking
to
about
Chris
bands.
Thibodeau.
Well, he was involved in the bands a lot. You know what I mean? Like he would. Was he in the Wrong Side of Reason for a minute?
He was our manager.
But was he in the band for a minute?
No, he sucked. He was never in our band.
Was he
no.
playing guitar?
He didn't know how to play anything.
Yeah. Didn't we try it though? And then
No,
he was
we never tried it, dude. That was shot down immediately.
Yeah. How do we know each other?
What do you mean?
Me and you.
That's it. You know what? People ask me that, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know either. How the fuck do we know each other? Do we not know each other? Or we think we do? Like, what the fuck is going on here? How do I know you?
Dude, that's actually a great question, man.
Was it like an ad at like Guitar Center? Is that how we know each other? Or was it like Chris knew somebody that knew you, and you played guitar, and then you brought Eric? Or was it that somebody knew Eric? Did the other Eric know Eric somehow? Or
no, man, because
Tim?
Eric and I were a team,
right?
And
me and Chris were a team.
You and Chris and Weird Tim.
I didn't know Tim before the band.
I know. Weird Tim and Black Eric.
Black Eric.
It's not racist.
No.
It's the quickest way I could discern them.
I know. Black Eric.
There's Black Eric and White Eric.
Yeah, there is. That's true.
So
but people would say that's racist, though.
I don't think that's racist.
I don't either. But people would go, "That's racist."
No, I think. Okay, here's what's racist. If you're trying to describe like an incident, and you're like, "Yeah, the black guy," that's uncalled for.
No.
Okay. No. Let me rephrase.
Say the incident was the band.
Let me
was
rephrase.
like the black guy in the band.
Let me rephrase.
The dark ass guy.
Let me rephrase. Okay. Let me give you a better example. Let's say there was a commotion.
Okay. Commotion.
And you were with a group of strangers. Okay. And
I just waiting for where this is going right now.
This is actually going to be a really bad example, but what I'm trying to say is there's times where you do not need to bring in race to describe someone.
Right.
And there's times where it's the quickest thing to do.
Right. And you know what?
In this situation, it's the quickest thing to do.
You know what? The crime things where they do the drawings of the people. There, some places are saying it's racist when people describe the person as black. I'm like,
that's fucking stupid.
They committed a crime, you asshole.
That's so stupid.
And we're trying to figure out who it is. It's describing a person.
No, that's so stupid.
Now, if it's a video and the person's the black lady, and someone says, "Look at that black lady in the video."
All right,
look at the lady.
I got it, dude. I got it. Here's an example. Let's say you go and tie it back in. Let's say you go on YouTube. Asian girl does crazy thing. Why did you have to say Asian girl?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, if there was 6 people in the video and 3 of them were Caucasian,
and only one of them was Asian,
then
right? Yeah.
Then you say the Asian girl does something crazy,
right? Process of elimination, exactly, dude.
Right.
But if you're in a situation where there's 2 guys with the same name, what's the quickest way to identify
Black Eric
and White Eric? Yeah. Exactly. So there's a difference between saying Black Eric and White Eric in the same band.
You could be like Jazz Eric.
And going, black guy goes crazy on the train. There's a huge difference. You know I'm right, dude. That's why you're laughing.
But it's kind of funny when you see a video and it says, black guy goes crazy on a train, and there's 40 black guys on the train. And they're like, wait a minute, which one?
Exactly.
Which black guy?
Exactly. So
that could be just guy goes crazy on a train. Yeah. But anyways, you were saying, sorry.
What the fuck was it saying?
You were saying about Black Eric. Well, about how we know each other.
Dude, well, I don't know. I honestly, people have asked me that. Dude, fucking Natalie's just like, how did she meet Carl? I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, honestly, I don't fucking know how
I don't remember, man. I don't remember at all.
Maybe Eric knows.
We'll have to talk to Eric when he's here in town. We'll have to take Eric out to Tremont and drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to Edison's. Maybe Eric will maybe Eric will slap me at Edison.
99% sure he's not listening right now. Fucking his new girlfriend, I had a crush on her in high school.
Really?
She's so hot. And she's that kind of chick where
Wait, she's in Arizona too?
No, she's like fucking in a different state altogether.
Why does he have a girlfriend in a different state?
But like they have pictures together on Facebook, so they see each other.
That's weird.
Long distance relationship, bro.
Is she here?
ODR. She will be in town when he comes in town.
Does she live here?
Not in Cleveland, no.
Oh, okay.
No, they're both on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
I want to say she actually lives in Seattle.
Okay.
Where we plan to move.
Yeah. Wow.
And you're coming with us. But,
all right.
Well,
keep the radio show going.
Fuck it. I don't care.
I'll go.
Dude, you got to come. If you're actually really down to move, you got to come.
I will. I mean, I just got to be back every week.
I want all my friends, man. You know,
that's the one thing about moving that gets me is because I got to see my kid every weekend.
I totally understand. And I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have an attachment. I don't have like a career here. So I have nothing stopping me.
I recently bit the bullet and applied to 500 different radio stations across the country, just for not for like my own show, but like for
your own self-interest. Yeah,
for like this, for like going like. Up next, we have Britney Spears on 96.5 WTKS or whatever it is in another state, just to get into the business.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing wrong with
that. But I finally was like, look, I have to do it. If I want to do this for a career, I have to send out applications to everywhere.
Are you one of those guys where you're worried about selling out, quote unquote?
No, I'm one of those guys that's worried about leaving my kid.
Oh, well, yeah, that's totally understandable.
That's the only thing that gets me is because I don't want to leave her here and then be like, okay, I'm going to come back every weekend.
Well, is she in good hands with her mom?
Yes, but I want to see her every weekend. Though. I like seeing her.
Yeah, you're right. But at least that's a burden off your shoulders.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She's in good hands with her mother. Her mother's awesome.
Because you could have a baby's mama who like has strange men coming in and out of the house every other fucking month.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I'll just share this with the whole entire world. I don't keep anything from anybody. The other day, I was very, very drunk, and I texted her mom, and I said, and I don't really tell people this, but I'm still in love with her mom. That's why I haven't had like a relationship since we got divorced.
Was that
the girl that was on the phone?
Okay.
I'm still in love with her mom, 100%. That's why I've never been able to hold a relationship since we got separated in 2008 or 9.
The music. Holy
I know.
Shit.
So I text her, a drunk text her, all this stuff. I mean, maybe next show I'll read all of it because I still have it.
You're going to show me tonight.
Well, hold on. Let me see if I can
You could be off the show, but you're going to show me tonight at least.
I can read it. Hold on. Let me see.
Dude, no, don't. You probably shouldn't read it.
I'll read it. I don't care.
read it. Dude.
I don't care. I'm up for showing anything.
If you don't care, fucking long hair don't care.
Long hair don't care. So, and I hope her fucking boyfriend's listening so he can hear this and be like, that bitch. Because she said some
Wait,
shit.
she's not remarried?
No.
Oh, then it's fair game then, man.
She's got a boyfriend. But, okay, so I'm going back through these messages here. You know what? Doing this show for a year, I've learned how to not have dead air while I'm doing something. It's great to be able to talk and do something at the same time. It's something that I've learned doing the show instead of like, all right, so I'm getting to it. God, dude, have you ever drunk texted someone and read it the next day and felt like a total fucking pussy?
No, never experienced that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Dude, every fucking week. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
My new problem, real quick before we get into that, my new problem is not drunk texting. It's drunk social media. I'll, like, say some shit on Facebook or Twitter. I'm like, oh, dude.
And then delete it the next day because you're like, fuck.
I'm like, no, Facebook, you can delete it, but I'm just like, I'm like, dude, I should not have said that. Women are cunts.
I said, beware, drunk text may come. I Instagrammed you. And then I said, I made a very bad decision. And she said, drunk Instagram me, huh? And I said, you'll never see it unless you really look. And this was all drunk, so I have no idea. I do not remember these. I'm with a bunch of lesbians. That's my life now. And then that was with Erica and her friend and her girlfriend.
Wait, is that how you said it? I'm with a bunch of lesbian drunk of my life now.
No, I said, you'll never see it unless you really look, to the Instagram thing. And then I said, I'm with a bunch of lesbians. That's my life now.
That's my life now.
And then I got a frowny face from her. And I said, lesbians who fight all the time. My life is just lesbians that I never want to see having sex. Ha 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 ha. And then she said, I get sad too. Wonder why you didn't try harder. And I said, my life is real life lesbians instead of lesbian porn. And then I said, because I was afraid. And then I said, and she said, and a lot of things. And I said, and I felt better to just leave it be. I haven't been in a relationship since us. And then she said, at first I wanted you to be miserable, but I don't anymore. I got past that. Things aren't perfect for me. There are days I wake up and don't know how I ended up here or wonder if I made a bad decision. And I said, I still am miserable. And then I sent this picture of Erica to her. I wish that we were on TV. So
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Speaking of Erica, man, I love her. Where has she been, dude?
Well, she's in Florida right now. She said, the only thing I know is that it was right at the time. I don't know what the future holds, so I can't say things will change, but I can't say they won't either. And then she said, I found your Instagram hashtag. And I said, I still love you more than you could know. And I'm so sorry I'm sending this to you now because I sound like an asshole. And I said, I apologize for the hashtag, but you found it. She said, don't apologize. That takes away the meaning. I said, I'm not sorry. And she said, what'd she say? I said, it's okay. I wish I had... Oh, no, she said, I don't mean to make you feel worse, but I wish you'd told me years ago. Although I was so done, I may not have listened. And then I sent a video of Erica trying to open her door.
Oh, my God, dude. Look at her. Look at her. She looks like fucking Dr. Peabody. This fucking drunk asshole.
I was the same as her that night. And then I said, I'm like this shell of happiness. None of my friends even mean anything to me.
Oh, Carl. That
and then
hurts.
You know what, though? That's total bullshit.
That hurts.
I think that...
you mean something to me.
You mean something to me, too. And then I said this. Listen. I said, but what do? You just press on. I said, Eric means something to me because she's a dyke. And Peter and Mark and Tamika. And then I said, and I'm sorry I'm telling you now, but I grew the giant balls. I don't know why I said the giant balls, but I said I grew the giant balls.
They're a thing.
And look at this. I'm not even going to read all these because it's like ridiculous.
Jesus Christ, dude. I thought I was bad with drunk texts. But you know what, though, man? All joking aside, dude, at least you're man enough to approach her with your regrets. Does that make sense?
What?
He's like focusing on his text messages right now. Put your phone away. Put your phone away.
But I want to read one last one.
Okay.
I dream of a life with you that's probably never going to happen. I still do. And then she said, I will always love you, Carl. And I said, I will too. And then she said, never say never.
I was just going to, well, not in like such a feminine way, but I was going to say the same thing, dude.
How do you say never to that? Like, what does she mean by that?
I'll tell you what she means. She still has feelings for you. She still thinks about you a lot, probably just as much as you think about her. And I mean, you guys have a fucking child together, right?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you guys are attached for life. I mean, shocking news to you, but
by the way, the last thing I said was that you are my Topanga.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
Good move. Good move. Totally get it.
And she put like hearts all the way across the screen.
Yeah. Good move, bro. Good move. I think as a 90s kid, she probably totally knows what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, never say never, man. You guys might get back together. It actually happens all the time,
I wish,
dude.
Because literally, I didn't realize how much until I was sitting there that night and drinking, and it like opened my mind, like I was doing LSD or something, and it opened my mind to like
drinking helps. Drinking by yourself helps.
Yeah.
Do that, dude.
And I realized that I'd probably be happier with her than I would ever be with anybody else. But now she has another kid with somebody else, and so I'm going to be that guy now. That because she has my daughter, right? Okay, and now she lives with a dude and has a kid with him.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me give you a hypothetical.
Yeah,
throw it your way.
Holy shit, it's 10:20. We're going way over. It's awesome.
It's a good conversation.
You know what?
Though, man.
Tamika not here makes us go over. I'm so blessed.
I'm so thankful. So, let me throw you the hypothetical, dude. Well, let's say she's been feeling the same way you have for just as long as you have, right?
Yep.
This is totally appropriate music right now. We're having a heart-to-heart.
That's why I'm playing it.
Yeah. So,
all right.
let's say she has just as many regrets as you do, right?
Yeah.
Yes, granted, she has a child with someone else by now. It's been years that have passed, and she has to live her life. I understand that. But you put your arm out, okay? She kind of put her arm out, too. Now, all that's left is to recreate these Saint... Is it Michelangelo's painting?
Yeah.
All you need to do is recreate that painting and just actually touch fingers.
Dude, every time I'm with her...
Because here... Well, no, let me finish my point. Because here's the thing. If she truly... Well, dude, you don't know. She might be fucking miserable right now, dude.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the only option
She's
she
not going to
has.
talk to me about it.
Yeah, she, of course not, dude.
Because she's afraid to talk to me about it.
She doesn't seem vulnerable and like she's a loser in this because that's how humans are. We don't want to be the winner or loser. We don't want to be the loser. So, all you know, dude, she could be fucking miserable right now, and she's been waiting for you to say something like that. Okay, and I'm not like trying to blow smoke in your ass right now, but I'm just saying there's a huge possibility that she's miserable as fuck right now, and she wants to get back with you. So, I think. If you actually want to get back with her, you might want to try to keep reaching out to her. And if she keeps reaching back, then you just see what happens. Does that make sense?
Yes. I just texted her and I said we were talking about you on air
in depth,
and then she said, "Oh man, do I want to know?" And I said about my drunk texts. And then anyway, so right. I hear you. We'll get back in. We'll get more into this next week. I'm going to end the show. I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some food.
Yeah, let's fucking get out of here.
But anyways, I want to thank everybody for listening to Mahogany and Fur today. And if you didn't listen and you're listening on the replay, I want to thank you for listening on the replay. And this show is going to be up on Spreaker in a couple hours.
This show took a dark turn.
Oh, God. It got real sad.
But it was good radio.
We're going to be up on Spreaker in a couple hours. We should have the website back up and running. The website may be changing. I'm going to tell you that right now. There is a banner in our studio right now that says WTMTCleveland.com. That may be changing because I cannot seem to get them to release the website to another company for hosting that is actually going to answer my request for support. This company is a free company that I have right now, and anytime I have a problem, they seem to not be around. So I'm going to go to another company, but we may need to change the website to something else, which I don't know. Maybe WTMTCLE.com or something like that. I don't want to change it because we have that banner printed up, stickers printed up.
Well, yeah,
but
for sure. You already have money invested, but
more importantly,
our huge fan base will be misguided.
Right, but more importantly, the website is where you listen to us. And if I can't get you to go to the website and I have to tell you to listen to us on this link and that link and this link every week, it gets confusing where to listen to us at. Yeah. So I am going to be doing this. You may see some changes on the Facebook page coming up in the next week or so. When I find out a new website, we might do WTMTCLE.com or we might do MahoganyandFur.com and just bite the bullet. It'll still be WTMT Cleveland because I want to keep this going all the time. I want to give you news. I want to give you sports. We got a new sports show coming to us that's going to be a weekly sports review of the previous week. It's going to start on Monday. And that's going to be, what happened to the Cleveland sports. Browns, Cavs, Indians. Anything that happens in Cleveland sports in the previous week will be updated on Monday. You're not going to have the super fresh news, but you're going to have news and sports scores and things like that coming to you from my good friend, John. He's going to be doing a weekly sports little 5-10 minute show for us. So that's going to be good. That'll be coming on Monday. Other than that, we got a whole bunch of new stuff on the on our stream, so you're going to be hearing a lot more, a lot different imaging for the station. So the station is changing imaging from my voice, hello everybody, to announcer voice. Announcers are coming in. We're doing that. We're going to have a new show coming up in the next couple of weeks also called Ghost Stories. And that is ran by someone named Babalu and his girlfriend Amanda. Was her name Amanda? You know Bob?
Yeah.
They're doing a show on our station now. It's called Ghost Stories, and it's gonna be a pre-recorded show at first, and we're gonna be replaying the show daily. But eventually, they're gonna be doing a live show where they cut into the broadcast here, and they're doing a live show from Shaker's Bar in Milwaukee. But right now, it's going to be a recorded show from Shaker's Bar in Milwaukee. So that's going to be pretty interesting, something to listen to. And you can get involved with that, too. Share your stories about ghosts and things like that. It's going to be ran late at night on our show, probably starting at 11, 11:30, except on Thursdays when it'll start at 12, 12:30. The new shows come out every Wednesday. So the shows will be new on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, and just replay like Mahogany and Fur replays through the day and things like that. So you'll have a couple new shows coming, and I want to get a music show going. So if there's anybody out there that wants to do a music show, send us a MP3 of yourself doing your music show to WTMTCleveland@gmail.com. Share it with us on Google Drive, something like that. Send us an air check of yourself basically talking is the most important part of that thing. I don't want anybody to come on here. The next band we have, what are they called? You got to have a little bit of, talent with what you're doing. But I think that if you practice and you do it, you can actually get to where you want to be. And we're going to have, I want you guys to send in MP3s of you doing the show.
Quit shouting, stupid.
I want to hear you guys doing it. And I want a new show on the air that's all local music. So if you're a big local music fan and you have, a collection of local music and things like that, I would like to bring you onto the show. Maybe have you do a once-a-week show about local music and play bands from Cleveland, play different music from Cleveland, whatever, and stuff like that. So, other than that, this was Mahogany and Fur. We're going to go ahead and end the show tonight. I'm Carl.
I'm Mark.
And Tamika wasn't here. Goodbye. Have a good week.